Nerd Bait, everything geek culture and all that other good jazz over here on the Nerd Bait. Welcome to Jake. Jake is a new family of the Nerd Bait, enjoying the company. We always be talking about some of the craziest stuff, so craziest theories and stuff like that. So, we just trying to have some fun. That's all it is right now. Is just having fun, positive energy, being able to connect with people on the same intellectual level as us when it comes to gaming, comic books, and all the other nerd jazz stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So,
yeah.
Nintendo had their Nintendo Direct today.
Oh man,
Gotta
it went
love it.
down.
It went down for sure,
Hey,
man. They
because of
definitely
you, I
had
didn't even know.
oh yeah, not
Like,
facts. They
bro, if it wasn't for you, let me know. I would have known. I wouldn't have not known. I wouldn't have known.
they definitely went crazy with it, bro. Like the main thing that I saw that I like about it was the Legend of Zelda trailer. Like they finally showed more immersive gameplay of it, and then they finally released the date for it in May 12th, 2023. Cannot come any faster, bro. It just cannot. So like there it is. There go the footage right there, man. Ooh, run that.
I have to run it. So like, dude, the thing about Legend of Zelda is that, like you were saying earlier, and before you were even recording the podcast, is that I think this would be a game that's going to be popping because right now this video has already racked in 500,000 views
Oh,
in the
bro.
last 3 hours.
Bro, that's insane. Like
In
it's
the
really
last
crazy
3 hours,
that they
bro.
racked up that many views because it's one of the most anticipated Nintendo games around right now, and it's Legend of Zelda, bro. So like people been waiting for the sequel follow up of Breath of the Wild, and we knew for a while that Breath of the Wild was getting a direct sequel. So it's just amazing being able to see this come out and about, and
Yeah,
it's amazing. I'm looking at it right now. It's at 422K views on YouTube, and
bro.
this right here that we
And
seeing. Pause it real quick for me. That right there is one of the things that we seen with the rock climbing like back into the air. This is when I said Skyward Sword kind of plays a major part into like because they always go based off of different realities and stuff, bro. So it's like this one kind of has a mixture of a ground based Legend of Zelda game mixed with Skyward Sword. So like now he has the power to transverse through land and air, which is pretty freaking amazing, bro. And it's called The Legend
that
of
shot
Zelda.
does look pretty cool.
Oh yeah, he's like able to climb up the side of this mountain right here, but I can't tell if this is in the air. I think it is, but going back to like with the rock going up, looking like time because he got this new power where he can freeze time and move uh objects through that space and time.
Oh
So
snap!
he's actually able to travel up into the air using that type of power, or they do have something in the trailer where it's like gliders and stuff. Cause you see, he's falling out the sky now, and I believe there it is right there. He's gliding on this new ancient looking type of doohickey thing. I don't even know what to call it, but it looks amazing, bro. And like, it really seems like they're gonna have like when it comes to open world. I just wonder how open can this world be? Would it be bigger than the Witcher 3 open world, or would it just be bigger than the Breath of the Wild standards of the open world game? And I like the name of
Oh,
it. The name of it is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and I actually think that's a pretty nice title for it. I'm glad they're not calling it Breath of the Wild 2 or anything like that because it's kind of rare that they do direct sequels to a Legend of Zelda title, except for like the Game Boy version stuff like that. Like Wind Waker, you had Wind Waker, then you had
those
on
are the ones
the
I'm pretty familiar with for sure.
oh yeah. Uh it was Wind Waker, and then it was the Phantom Hourglass when it was like on the train and stuff. Then they had a third one that followed up with it. I can't think of the name, but it's kind of rare to see like a main console, like a home console Legend of Zelda game has a direct sequel. Because the last one I think we had was Majora's Mask after Ocarina of Time, I believe, or so. So yeah,
Mm.
it's pretty dope to see. But I'm really anticipating the game. I love Legend of Zelda. Matter of fact, if I could turn off this backdrop that I have going on right now, I could actually show you right now. I have this huge uh
Oh snap!
yeah, if you look over
Oh, I
here.
forgot about that poster.
Yeah,
That is
so like
live.
I went to this anime store in Missouri and they had a bunch of Legend of Zelda stuff. So I was like, let me get this drop down thing right there. And it's kind of a mixture of games over there. So you have like there's Ganon, it's mainly Ocarina of Time on there. Matter of fact, yeah, that's just the Ocarina of Time one. I thought it had like the Twilight Princess version on there. It was something else I have. Oh, those gold cars that's behind me over there. If you can see them on my wall, those are like It's supposed to be the Breath of the Wild, but the
Isn't
premise.
that? Well, I thought that looked like a Zelda. That it looks like a game. Well, not a GameCube. It looks like a Nintendo. That
Oh
the
yeah, the
gray.
Nintendo cartridge. So that cartridge really was a T-shirt, and the T-shirt is in my closet.
Oh,
Yeah, so like GameStop was on like this big clearance at one point when I was staying in New York. And so I had got like 3 or 4 cartridge. And so oh, this is a big ass gray shirt with the picture logo of the game from the Super Nintendo. So I had the Legend of Zelda Link to a Past. Then I had the Super Mario World, Mario Kart, so on. So yeah, they have some
the whole 9 yards. Hey, that's dope though.
not facts like bro. I would walk around proudly and I had Zelda socks and everything, bro. Like Legend of Zelda is my game, bro. Like that's my shit. That's it. Like that's my stuff. I would pick that over Mario anytime, bro.
You know what's
Anytime.
crazy? Like speaking how you like, and this is a nice little transition because of the fact that for me, like Zelda, I was always like used to the older ones, and then after like time went on, I fell behind. But one game that just always just been to my heart, right?
Kirby,
That curve.
yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that
That
Kirby it
curves.
goes crazy, bro. The
Like
Kirby is
that looks like a
crazy.
collab. Wasn't that collab from like Club Penguin? Because I'm just not looking at it. Look at this shot right here. That looks like Penguin from Club Penguin. I could be tripping. No, I'm not. I always get him confused with that Penguin. It's not him. I always forget his name though. He always looks like that Penguin from Club Penguin to me. I always
Oh,
forget
it's
his
my
name.
King Dedede?
Yeah, King Didi. I always get King Didi confused with freaking Club Penguin. But I love how they showed
I ain't
King
gonna lie,
Didi in
King
this.
Dedede, that's that's just a fun. That's a funny character. I'm not going to even lie to you, man. It's really a funny character.
King Didi in Super Smash though. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
bonkers. But
I
this
can.
game actually looks fun though.
Yeah, it's gonna be another 2D side scroller Kirby game. Fun. The last one, the
But something
Forgotten
about that
Land,
too.
it was pretty good.
Never got a chance to play that one, honestly.
That's the latest one that came. That was like his newest. They say it's his first 3D adventure. So I played it on the Switch and I actually enjoyed it. It was pretty fun.
Yo, I'm gonna have to check that out. 3D though?
Oh yeah, bro. Like
Shit.
you was able to do a lot of crazy stuff in the game. You was able to move around freely through the levels and everything like they go back and forth without having any 2D side scrollers. And then it was just fun because like playing it, it got crazy on there. And then it's like you in the post apocalyptic land and stuff like that. I'm still in the middle of playing it, trying to figure out like the whole story behind the world, like why so apocalyptic and stuff like that. But I like that feeling. I like the look of it and everything. So it's a decent game. Definitely decent. It's definitely worth playing for sure.
That's solid. That's like after you told me it was 3D. I'm like, oh no, you had me hooked on that.
Oh yeah,
Completely hooked. Completely hooked on that. Not gonna even lie.
but
Like, dude, me and Kirby, bro. Like, I'm trying to remember which Kirby game it was. It was the one on the not GameCube, but I think it was the Game Boy. Loved. I don't know which one it was, but that Kirby game was
I
so
wasn't
solid.
really that big on Kirby games like that. Like I played a lot of the Kirby games on the SNES, and I actually been
Yeah.
playing them on the Nintendo expansion because they just added like the All Star Collection and all the other ones. So I went back and started playing those. I even played the 64 one. I'm not gonna lie, the 64 one was kind of yeah, I was lost on that, bro. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like,
It was so much going on in that Kirby game, bro.
oh, not facts. But
I'm
like,
looking right now. See which one. I think it was. All right, so yeah, it was
oh,
the
Nightmares.
Nightmares
Oh,
Dreamland. That
yes.
was a fire one,
Bro,
bro.
I do remember that one. That one was fire. I do remember playing that one. See, there it is right
That
there. The
one's there.
Kirby Dreamland 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you had the 64, the Crystal Shard. That's when I was just playing on my 64. I didn't understand that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They just added that Kirby Avalanche to the Nintendo expansion as well.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy right there.
No,
Yes,
facts.
sir.
You know what else is crazy though, bro? And you remember I was speaking on this earlier. Did Nintendo rarely ever like allow copycats onto their systems?
That is true.
They rarely
It's true.
do it, and so they do have one game where they allowed it to come onto their system, and it's basically like a repeat, or it's a copycat of Legend of Zelda. And it's called Tunic, and it's been on Xbox and everything. So here it is, right here. We gonna go ahead.
Pull
It's a
this
pretty
up.
dope game as well. So it gives you like that Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Not A Link to the Past, but what's the one that came out on the Switch that they remade? It was a Game Boy. Link Between Worlds or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think that's what it was called. I think that's what it was.
But this
Looks pretty
joint
cool, though.
Hey yo, this mud is really that game. Like, it's amazing, bro. And it's finally coming to the Switch September 27th, which is like literally right around the corner. So I know a lot of people can't wait.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right around the corner.
Because usually when they get like third-party games from other, that's been out, they usually try to get them as quick as possible to release on the Switch. Like when they do decide to add them to the Switch or whatever.
That is true. That is true. It is true.
It's just like
Hey,
Final
bro,
Fantasy.
Oh yeah, bro, that freaking because I guess the one right here, this reunion, what I'm gonna pull it up right now. This one here, September 13th. They said this is dropping.
No, it's dropping on December 13th.
Yeah. Oh, this one right here?
Yeah. It's dropping
September.
What? It's dropping in December. So it's Final Fantasy 7, the reunion. And yeah, it's basically just it's just the events that led up to the Final Fantasy 7 and the remastered edition.
That's love then. That's solid. I can get down with that.
Yeah, so it's just what they did was they
the ones I were heavily on.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7, bro. They with Cloud and everything, it's amazing. And
because I think I stopped playing around Final Fantasy 12. It was whatever Final Fantasy came out around 2000. I think it was 2010, whatever Final Fantasy came out around that time. That was the one that I just stopped playing.
Is that the
it was
Prince
like
Noctis?
11 or 12.
I think it was 11 because I think 12 about to come out.
Probably was 11 then. Probably was either 10. I think it might have been 10 or 11. It might have been 10 or 11. I'm not gonna lie. It might have been 10 or 11.
Because the new one that's coming out,
that's crazy.
That new one that's about to come out, that
you said December 13th.
And see, it had released in 2007, so yeah, it's basically just a remastered edition and everything like that.
It's crazy.
But they do got a new one that's coming out, and that one looks epic. But the last one I played was the one that was on PS4 with Prince Noctis and everything, and that joint that was so fire, bro. Like, that's probably like the first Final Fantasy game I played myself in a long ass time.
Just reminded me, right? You said that. I don't even know if this is a Nintendo game. I need to look it right now. I hope it is because it would be perfect time to this. Oh, it's a Ubisoft.
What's that?
It's not, bro. Prince of Persia. This game
that's
here.
Ubisoft. That's Ubisoft, bro. Legendary game, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was one of my most favorite games. And when they released on the original Xbox and you was able to like rewind time and stuff, yo, that's what really sold me as a kid, bro.
Bro, Prince of Persia was so fire, bro. I don't even remember what console I was playing it on. I want to say, did they have it on PlayStation or
Prince of Persia? It was on the OG one. Like the first one, I think it was of course on computers, PC. Was it on Nintendo?
Yeah.
I think it was one on Nintendo at one point. And
yes, I know it wasn't tripping. They did have a collab. It was this one right here.
Yep, Nintendo Prince of Persia: The Fallen Kings. Yep, that was on the DS.
Bro,
but I think they
also put the battle. I think this was on here.
They also put the Battles of Prince of Persia on there. They had quite a few of them on Nintendo DS.
Rap. It was a rap, but they added that, bro. I remember playing that. That's all I was like, wait, I know it might have been Ubisoft. I was like, I know I remember playing on DS or something, bro. I knew that's what it was.
They actually had one that was supposed to have like got remade from scratch and everything, but I think Ubisoft kind of like, got rid of that idea. But it would be dope to have Prince of Persia game out right now. I mean, nobody's seen the movie in like years.
I forgot about the movie that they even made of Prince of Persia.
So it's about damn time we go ahead and get a brand new Prince of Persia because it really has a solid story. If they decide to like, whatever, but gameplay mechanics, everything like that, the whole aspect of the main character and stuff, bro. Come on, we could make a solid Prince of Persia game right now.
Need that ASAP. But ASAP.
Bro, that Nintendo.
You were hyped on this game because I'm not too familiar with this one. This one
What's
right here, but I know you were hyped for
Bayonetta?
this.
Hey man, one of the
He
best.
said, "Hey man,
This is the closest R-rated game you're gonna get on the Nintendo Switch, bro. I swear. Like when it comes to
Wow.
Nintendo, because it's just something about Bayonetta that they allow. Like she damn near gets naked, bro. And then it's like
I
it's
was seeing
kind of
that right
close,
now. You can see,
huh?
just so you can see that right there, and then she kind of like has some like very anime styled clothing. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
best way to describe
So
it.
the thing is, she could use her witch powers to like make her hair do all kind of crazy shit. And then it's like when she's fighting and she pull off like a sick ass combo, her hair will cover up her like tits and pussy, but like everything else will be damn near revealing, and you can like see it damn near. And then she also has a sister as well. So like in the second one, when they was fighting with each other, there she is right
That
there.
right here, right there, Gene. Oh, I
Yeah.
was about to say, dang,
So it's like
she
when
looks
they
fire. I'd be using her.
so when it comes down to it, it's like it really be like on some damn near Devil May Cry type
If
stuff.
this look, yeah, I was about to say that shot right there. It looked like they were in some like hellish, devilish. Make this
And it's
drops
coming
October
out in
28th.
October. Oh yeah. Well, people we've been anticipating the game for a while, so it's kind of good that they coming up with some heavy hitters. October,
It was
that's
crazy.
gonna be good. And I think it's only for Nintendo at this point because I think it was a Sega game at first or so. I don't know the
Yeah,
history of it, but
yeah.
you
Sega,
can
Sega
play.
published by yeah Nintendo Sega. Or you see
Yeah,
right there,
so
Sega published by Nintendo.
now it's exclusively going to be released on Nintendo. It's not being released on nobody else's platform. So you could go get the first and
Wow.
second one on other platforms, but now Bayonetta is now strictly a Nintendo owned product. So you only gonna be able to play on Nintendo Switch, and that's why I say it's probably like the best R-rated game or closer to R-rated game is because if you look at some clips where like it just get crazy, people be like, oddly people be fantasizing over that character because she damn near gets naked and stuff like that. I ain't gonna say no names, me, but it gets wild though, bro. Bayonetta
He said,
though, I
I ain't
love
gonna
it.
say no names.
It's very stylish, especially when she pull off her ultimate moves. It gets real crazy on the game. It's a fun hack and slash beat 'em up game. So I give them that. It's like that. What other game they got releasing? Did it release already? I don't think it released yet, but they already like teasing DLC and stuff for it. First off, shouts out to Nintendo, man. They dropped a lot of good games, trailers and stuff. Like I didn't think this direct was gonna hit as heavy as it did because the last direct that they had, because they try to do them at least monthly or so. So the last direct we was expecting the Legend of Zelda news and stuff, but they kind of delivered like a indie performance type of thing. And their stuff is never that long. It's only probably like 40 minutes long. So a lot of people was just like worried. But like they got a new Mario and Rabbids game called Sparks of Hope. I actually played the last one. I can't think of the name of it, but it was fun. It was a fun turn-based action shooter adventure game. I enjoyed it. I thought it was gonna be trash. And then Sparks of Hope look like it's gonna be short of nothing but fun and just a lot of crazy, wacky stuff. And so they already been teasing DLC for the game like crazy. And so one of the DLCs is teasing a character return back to the consoles. And I gotta show you this, bro, because this dude here, he's been missing in action for a while, and we've been waiting on him. We've been waiting on his return. You see, he's showing all the different rabbit ears and stuff like that. You see, you got the Mario rabbit, the Luigi rabbit, Mario rabbit, and then you see this orange hair, and you thinking, who is that? It's the king himself.
Oh yeah.
He's back, man. He's back. And there it is right there. October 20th, pre-order available. Now, when did this Bayonetta releases?
October 28th, I think that's what it said.
Bro, so you literally got 8 days to play this game before Bayonetta come out.
People
8
gonna
days.
be on that.
8 days. And the first one, I'm not gonna lie, the first one has so much shit in it. Side quests is everything. It has so much stuff in it. So it's like, bro, you have a lot to do on there. And then this time around, Bowser is actually gonna be a playable character. Because he's working with the team now.
Wow.
And yeah, and now you got even more new characters like the rabbits that take on the persona of some of the main Nintendo characters. So it's going to be a dope game to see. But the fact that they teasing a Rayman DLC already, but the last decent Rayman game we had was probably the one that they had that was on all of them. but I didn't really care for it because I'm with the OG Rayman, you know, the 3D World Rayman that was on Sega Dreamcast and stuff like that. Rayman 2 and 3, and I'm
Sega
just
Genesis. I was
exactly.
thinking
So
about Sega.
I'm so used to that Rayman. So like when they came out with this new age Rayman, it was cool. It was just not what I was used to, but it's definitely gonna be fire to see that. And they actually tease like other DLCs for that game, like with different stories and stuff like that. So it's dope to see that they already putting behind a lot of content behind that game. And plus, it's not just a Ubisoft game, but it's Nintendo, and Nintendo not gonna let you slaughter their characters like that in a way. So if it's not them slaughtering their own characters, you can forget about doing that. But they also show other games like Fire Emblem Engage, which is basically a brand new entry into the game of Fire Emblem. Then we have Xenoblade Chronicle 3
Crazy.
expansion with Wave 2. You got Splatoon 3, which just released on the 9th, and they already announcing Splatfest, which is basically the opportunity for you to like get in on like it's like a big festival type thing where it's like a big ordeal. It's like a season pass type thing, like in Fortnite stuff. Like you get in, you grind out, you win exclusive content, gears and stuff like that. And especially like you choose a side. That's usually how they operate. It's like you choose a side to be on, and you just win gear. And whoever's team wins, you just beat the other one. So it's like a big community thing. So it brings a lot of Splatoon fans together. Then you have Octopath Traveler 2. We have Faith Farm, which looks like it may be a brand new it's like a escape fairy tale type of thing where you're doing like simulations, stuff like that. You're on the ships and all that stuff. It's like a adventure, mysterious game looking thing. But one thing I did like from the expansion that they announced was the golden 007. So put it up.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that today. Completely forgot about that.
Oh,
More Nintendo
we
64
talked about it on
games are on
Instagram,
the
but
way.
now,
Oh,
we
so
did
we
talk
forgot-
about
we
it.
talked-
Wings 64.
So we talked
Yeah, I
about it, but we
forgot.
talked about it as in they actually did like online multiplayer to it. So what they do is they remake a lot of these older Nintendo games. They bring them to the 64 expansion pass, and then they add local and online support to it. So now it's like, okay, we about to get support play for GoldenEye 007, which Microsoft is still pushing to make the 4K 60 frame version that's supposed to release sometime next year. So this is just getting us even more hyped up. So you have Pilot Wing 64.
Mario Party.
Oh yeah, Mario Party's gonna be crazy.
Mario Party.
Mario Party 2.
Mario Party
Bro,
2.
what? Come on,
Snap.
Mario Party 3.
And the oh
They
man.
just dropped
oh, yeah,
the whole
200.
Mario Party series.
Pokemon Stadium.
They released the Pokemon
Pokemon
Stadium
Stadium?
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Pokemon Stadium
Oh
2.
yeah, I did not know about that. I forgot about Pokemon
1080
Stadium, bro.
snowboarding.
Now this is what I'm
Oh,
waiting on right here. 1080
snowboarding?
snowboarding. Yo, it's gonna be so
Excite
dope.
64.
Oh man, these
These games
games
will gradually be
today
added in
age
the
are gonna be
future.
crazy, bro.
You can
These
play
are
a
gonna be
selection of
nuts
Nintendo
to see.
64
Oh, wow.
games
So Mario
and
Party
enjoy
3 and
many
Pokemon
more
Stadium is gonna
gaming
come out next
benefits
year.
with an active Nintendo
We still
Switch
getting 3 of
Online
those
Plus
this year, though.
expansion pack membership.
We still get 3 of those this year, and that is
Oh, and
not
there's
bad.
one
But wait,
more
is
game
one more
we
game?
should mention.
This is the surprise right here. Oh, you hear that beat? Oh, boy, you hear that beat? Oh, there it is, bro. I was so excited. I'm getting goosebumps over here, bro. Yeah. 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 It's coming soon with online play.
It's
So,
online play. And that dropped in '97, right?
bro, yes, it dropped so long ago, bro. It's just, oh my. Sorry, I started screaming.
Too hype. You could tell he hyped for that game.
Bro, that was the game to
Heck
play
yeah.
on Nintendo 64, bro. Like, if you had a 64, that was the game you had, and then the multiplayer on it was crazy. It came out in August 25th, 1997. And so since 25th already passed, I do
Oh.
believe that it could be coming
That was
this
my
year.
birth year and birth month. So that's nuts.
Yes.
That shit dropped.
And you know what's crazy? I'm looking at some articles right now from The Verge, and other words, it's not just coming to Nintendo Switch, it's also going to the Xbox.
Oh snap!
So it says that Nintendo announced today that Rare is releasing GoldenEye 007 HD on Nintendo Switch and Xbox soon as a remaster of the legendary 64 title first launched in 1997. The remastered game includes 4K resolution, smoother frame rates, and even split screen local multiplayer. Where it says it will even arrive on Xbox Game Pass and Nintendo Switch Online, but online multiplayer modes will be exclusive to the Switch version, according to a post on the official 007 site. There's no announcement date for the GoldenEye 007 release just yet. So what they're basically saying is that online multiplayer modes will only be available to the Switch and not Xbox, which I don't like that idea. Because if the Switch can get it, why can't Microsoft? And it's gonna be on Game Pass,
Easy.
so if you got the Game Pass, you'll be able to get it for free since you're paying for it monthly. It says the classic campaign mode
For the free ski.
for the free ski, bro. It said the classic campaign mode and cheat modes will return alongside support for dual analog sticks and native 16.9 aspect ratio up to 4K resolution. If you already own a digital copy of Rare Replay, then GoldenEye 007 is included and free of charge. So if you bought the Rare Replay back in like, when the fuck did that even come out? Bro, that came out like 2015, 2013 or something like that. That's when they had like the Banjo Kazooie collection and all the other games, Perfect Dark and stuff. They basically just gonna add 007 to that, and you'll be able to play it that way. And it's been a long time coming. After HD Remaster was supposed to launch on the 360 in 2008, but licensing and rights issues complicated the deal, and now we finally getting it. So it'll be remastered for the Xbox and Nintendo Switch for the first time. Of course, the Switch not pushing 4K, so if you want to play it in 4K, you have to get that Xbox. But it seems like it will still be playing on this native, as the screen aspect ratio. It just you'll be able to have the option to play it in 4K with smoother frame rates and everything on the Xbox. So that's pretty dope. I honestly cannot wait to get my hands on that.
Mario
And then of course they added another free update for Mario Strikers. Pikmin 4. That's another game that a lot of people was waiting on. And that right there, I gotta say.
So that's gonna hit different.
Oh yeah, it's gonna hit different because bro, I remember the hype behind the third one, but now that they come out with a fourth one, that's really about to get people hyped up. Oh yes. Look at this, bro. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That reminds me of the other game we were talking about, Grounded. I think that was what it's
yeah.
called.
That's basically what Pikmin is, bro. It's just little critters and out of world exploration and everything. And it's coming in 2013, so that's all they had to really showcase for it. But it was enough to get a lot of people hyped. I see a lot of people online talking about it. Then you have Mario Kart with a DLC again, Wave 3 of the Booster Course
seen
Pass,
that.
where they basically releasing more maps and stuff. So what they started doing was a lot of the maps that went on to Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game they released like a few years ago, they were taking courses from there and turn them into full-blown maps for Mario Kart 8. So we're not getting no Mario Kart 9 no time soon, which honestly I feel like that's pointless because it's all the same.
It's just
It's all the same
repetitive.
stuff. It's just all the
Yeah.
same stuff on the cool. So
I mean, like, I'm surprised they even made it that far. You know what I mean?
no
The eight.
bullshit, no bullshit. Because if they was to come out with like Mario Kart Double Dash, Double Dash .2 or something like that, then that's a continuation to Double Dash that was on the GameCube, which I wouldn't mind that because that was actually a pretty decent game. And of course, we already talked about Bayonetta. Then they coming out with Fall Guys Season 2. Of course, Nintendo advertised it because it's on Nintendo free to play. So they basically advertising that for them. And then the other main thing that everybody was so excited about, bro. Like I didn't think this many people would be excited for this, but then again, I guess playing it on the go. But I mean, if you got a Steam Deck, you can play it on the go. But for those who love their Nintendo and want to play Nintendo Switch games for like emulators on the Steam Deck, you now got Resident Evil Cloud versions coming to the Switch. So just like Control and other games, you're able to play them on the cloud. You're able to stream them right off your Switch. So it looks pretty fascinating.
Think about that. It's crazy how Nintendo has gotten way more open to bringing these rated R games to their platform.
Bro, yes.
I'm giving them mad props on that.
To me, honestly, they should have just been doing this. Like it happened on the Wii when they was allowing Call of Duty and stuff to come to the.
That was on there,
yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare was on there. So of course this is Call of Duty Village, huh?
Sheesh. Even though on there, that's a big change in the game.
Dude, when I saw that Control was on there, and Control is a pretty gruesome game in a sense, like horror and everything like that. So I was like, yeah, it's good. It's like they finally pushing for it to have more
That's
like third
changing
party
the
games on there,
game.
and it would still be amazing to see that they actually add like I don't know, go ahead and add freaking Call of Duty back to it in a sense, and yeah, it could have the crossplay option on there, but of course, like have it set to where it's automatically disconnected or not like turned on, and leave it to the players as if they want to turn it on and not the crossplay and stuff. But I know for a fact Call of Duty would eat up so much space on the Nintendo that you would need an SD card to just handle that alone.
Yeah, just that alone, bro.
That alone, because that will get hefty. Because my PlayStation, bro, 108 gigabytes for Warzone, you could kiss my booty. Not doing it.
Bro, it's crazy how it makes sense how Nintendo had their showcase because I don't know if I'm pretty sure you heard about it like 3 days ago. Um, Marvel had dropped their game showcase where they were showcasing
Oh yeah, the
their
Midnight
upcoming
Sun
games and
and
stuff.
everything like that. Yo, so the Midnight
This
Suns,
might be the
I never even because XCOM creators made this game, which it
bro.
looks
It's
it
I
looks
can't get.
good.
I don't think I could get down. It looks good, but it's just the fighting style is
Yeah,
what
I don't
I
I
don't think I
don't
could
do
get used to, bro.
turn based games like this, strategy turn based games like that. I don't really play those. Those don't do
Nah,
nothing for me. And so it's like I
I feel
feel
like it
like
has a
it.
dope story mode though.
Oh yeah, it'll have a dope ass story mode, and it's actually utilizing some dope ass characters and some like
Oh,
it's exploring that aspect of Marvel that people have yet to come across. So I actually enjoy them branching out and making this happen. But of course, this isn't no Insomniac Spider Man. It's not the Insomniac Wolverine game that I'm waiting to see because believe
oh
me,
man,
I'm
that
waiting.
one.
I'm waiting on that one.
Tease, bro. That teaser that they dropped, I will. I don't care how long I gotta wait because I know that's gonna be a perfect game.
Bro, that month is gonna be
And
too dope. Then the second
that
Spider Man
other
game is
one,
coming out.
that second one, I'm hyped for that too. With Tony Todd, right? I think the voice in Venom.
Yes,
That's his
the
name, right?
fact that they actually have Venom as like in the game, I just don't believe Venom gonna be the main villain in this game. I don't feel like he's gonna be the main. I feel like he's one of the many villains that we will see in the game.
It'd be dope if they make the villain. What's that dude's name? I always forget his name in the
Tony
comics.
Brock,
The dude that created the
Eddie Brock, I mean.
symbiotes.
Oh,
Um,
shit! I
I
just
always
talked
forget
about
his
him.
name, bro.
It begins with a G or something like that. But you talking about like the guy,
Um,
the symbiotes and stuff.
he's the creator. Dang, dude, I always forget his name. I thought I was started with an N, bro. I'm just thinking about so many different characters. Let me just type in symbiote god. It'll pop up.
It'll pop up because
Um,
his name is like with a
definitely
G or
pop up.
something.
No, I thought it was an N, but no, the symbiote god.
Wait,
This
oh
guy
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Oh, I think
no,
he
yeah.
could be the because we never. I don't think we've seen him in any games. If I'm being honest,
I don't think we ever seen him in too much of nothing, bro. Because
yeah,
some
bro.
people
So
don't.
I'm saying it'd be dope.
Some people don't even know about it, and yeah, they actually did have a
Oh,
scene in the Venom movie where the scene was deleted. But it's
freaking! I
crazy.
would
In
like
one
to
of the
see him all.
comics, Venom actually defeated him.
No,
Yeah, it was one of the comics where Venom. I think it was where Venom became like the most powerful Marvel universe character in that universe or whatever,
bro.
and he went after him
Again,
and defeated him.
I don't know if you heard about this one too. This game here, nobody knew, and it's bought from Skydance New Media.
Oh, you talking
Oh,
about the one with Black Panther and
Captain, bro, you already know
with Captain
this
America?
game.
It's gonna be a dope game, honestly. I believe
That
it's
during
gonna
World
be
War
crazy.
One, bro.
World War II.
Yeah, that's what it is. World War Two,
So
bro.
heads up,
Nuts.
everybody, those T'Challa fans, he would not be the main character, or he won't be the
It's his
main Black
father, right? It's
Panther.
T'Chaka.
It's his grandfather before T'Chaka.
Oh, grandfather.
Yeah, his grandfather's name is
Oh,
Tazula or something like that.
yeah, that's what it is.
His grandfather,
That is
and for
nuts.
those who don't know nothing about Black Panther's or T'Challa's grandfather, he was more vicious. He was more aggressive. He was wise, but he was aggressive. He didn't play those
Because
games.
T'Challa was really chill. He was,
He was kind
very
of a little
stern.
asshole,
Yeah, in
but
the comics, oh yeah, he was a douche. He was a douche. That's why him and Namor always got into it in the comics.
oh yeah,
Always.
because they both were so they had so much pride. And the thing I like about this Black Panther, this is the Black Panther you see with a cape on. Like
Yeah,
this
that
is
is true.
OG Black Panther. So you got Black Panther, you have Captain America, and then of course you have a Wakandian soldier, and then of course you have Captain America's best friend at the time, not Bucky Barnes, but somebody else, one of the soldiers. You got them as well. So yeah, it's 4 heroes, 2 worlds, 1 war, World War II, basically bring all worlds together and everything like that. And so it'll be nice to see how Captain America and Black Panther meet
I'm
up
about to
in
say
this
this.
time.
Check this out. I got a crazy theory. Now, what if I'm saying it's true because notice how they didn't give us no face reveal in this Captain America.
Facts,
Oh,
facts.
what if they give us the Isaiah Bradley Captain America in this?
Ooh,
You know how nuts
that's
that'd be?
going. That would make so much sense because they do have it to where Isaiah Bradley was like in that World War II era as well, before Steve Rogers became Captain America. So it will
Oh,
be so amazing to get that. It would be so amazing to get that, bro.
when I thought about that, like right now, it just really hit me because I'm like, okay, they silhouette Shield first, and then we don't see no face at all. Right now, notice how we see everybody else's face. Like we see her face, right?
Yeah,
You can kind of maybe say, okay, maybe he could be white because his ear, but you can't really tell because it's a lot of light shining on this one ear on the left.
and you can't really see
Look on
no
the
color
right.
on him. But
Oh,
the
none.
guy on the far left, you could tell that's a black character.
Exactly. I
So
just notice how all these are all black characters. These are
what
all
if
black
that
characters.
character to the left is Isaiah? Because didn't they name out the characters that's supposed to be in the game?
They named them all, but we never got like full reveals. Like
Like
I
on
don't know.
who is
Maybe I'm
who?
just yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like
And they didn't even drop a name for it yet.
this is nuts.
They haven't dropped no
Just
name
wow.
for him yet.
Done for it. Nobody even knew this was coming, bro. It was just an out of the blue, out of the blue.
Well, I knew it was being made, but I thought it was strictly gonna be a Black Panther game, and didn't know that because I thought EA was supposed to be creating a Black Panther game, but it's Skydance Media, so yeah, it's whew, boy.
Man, that'd be a crazy turn. It feels like Isaiah Bradley. That'd be wild.
It will be, and they didn't really reveal too much of nothing from this. They haven't even given us like an official um title or nothing yet, but it says first the basis we know there's a cinematic action game set in World War II, which tracks because Hanning is famous for working on fast-paced story-driven games like Uncharted. Per the trailer, it's obvious you'll be playing as 4 main characters, which a later press revealed to be a young Steve Rogers. So it's confirmed that Steve Rogers.
Oh, Steve Rogers. Okay,
So
cool.
it's very young Steve Rogers. Then you have Azuri, T'Challa's grandfather, like previous Black Panther, and then you got Gabriel Jones, who
I
is a
love how you say
soldier.
T'Challa's name.
T'Challa. Then you have Gabriel Jones, which, like I said, was one of the soldiers from the World War
From
II.
Elijah,
So
right?
yeah, so
No,
he
I'm
was one of
tripping.
the characters that appeared in the books when because he was co-created and edited, of course, by Stan Lee. He first made his appearance in the World War II comics series Sergeant Fury, and also in the Howling Commandos issue #1. So, yeah, he was actually in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I forgot about that. He was actually there, but basically, he was really good in hand-to-hand combat in his prime. He had no special powers, nothing like that. He, of course, he worked for Shield, left Shield after something happened. He was part of something called Godzilla Strike Force and all that good jazz. But as far as like powers, he had the Infinity Formula. He was given the Infinity Formula during World War II. His abilities, he was good. He was really good at hand-to-hand combat. He was an excellent marksman, and then he was very knowledgeable of commando tactics, and he was highly skilled in espionage and infiltration of enemy organizations. So it's going to be dope to see him actually being played in the game because he will be complemented by the other character, which is a Wakandian spy in the game. And that Wakandian spy name is Nanali, which I think she was also in the cinematic universe too. Wasn't she not? Nope, she sure was not.
She go ahead and make it there yet.
But
Who knows?
Nanali,
We could see her in Black Panther too.
we possibly could because Nanali, well, at the time, Nanali was the queen of Wakanda during World War II. And She led a mission in Wakanda and Africa to regain Adolf Hitler's favor. After his plane crashed and he was only a survivor, Claw was nursed back to health by, Azori, aka Mr. Black Panther. But as far as we know, she was like the queen during World War II. But her son is T'Chaka. So it's T'Chaka's that's T'Chilla's grandmother. Her other son, Session, her husband, Azori, and T'Chilla, of course, Shuri, and all them, her grandkids. Female, of course, black. Let's see. Of course, she's dead. This is on Earth 616. Um, that's about it. They already had too much nothing about her except just that she was the queen. So seeing her play as a Wakandian spy in the game should be an interesting take because
The
we haven't
Wakandan
really
spy,
haven't
bro.
had.
Hey, Dom, think about it. The fact that they're talking about that is think about it. Remember uh Lupita's character, the first one. You remember she was a Wakandan spy on that
True,
mission.
true, true. She sure
Remember,
was.
think about it, she was so skilled. Was she? I won't be surprised if we find out if Shuri's gonna be the main Black Panther, or if it's Lupita, or if it's a combination of like them 2 or 3. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I really hope it's Killmonger. I really
We hope
hope
it's
it's
good.
Michael B.
But
Jordan.
with
Yeah,
the because I was at
think
a,
about it. He already had that whole thing of a change of heart.
but
Then
he
from the
died
leaks
though.
are out there,
He died.
bro.
So
He didn't
I
die. You got to think about this. It's movie logic. When you don't see a funeral setting like we've seen for Tony Stark, like he definitely died. He definitely could come back as an AI like he did in the comics, right?
yeah.
But that's a whole different thing. But like we seen a funeral setting for them. Um, uh,
We
what's
didn't
her
see
name?
one
Black
for
Widow.
Killmonger. Well, we knew. Hold on, your audio cut out.
For Black Widow, I'm tripping. We got one for Black Widow, but we never got one for Tony, right?
I
We never
don't.
did
I
get one
don't
for
think
Tony.
so. We knew Black Widow
We
was
never
dead
did.
though. We knew she was dead because once Red
Hey,
Skull
come on, we seen it.
once he
Seen that.
said somebody got sacrificed their life, they girl looked at
We did.
Brett and died. So it was like, yeah, you
Hey,
had to die. You had to go. But
it's gonna
as far as
be.
like Killmonger and everything, I was at a movie theater the other day and they already got posters up of, Black Panther and the main you could just tell it's gonna be a female
It's
Black
sure.
Panther. You could tell it's
Yeah.
gonna be a female Black
Like
Panther
it was
by the
Lego
way how
leaks
it's
out
made.
there. It was a Lego leak. I don't know if you've seen the Lego leak already.
Oh yes,
And-
yes, yeah, they did
Yeah,
leak that.
it's a
So
Lego leak.
hey, shouts out to Lego for fucking up the leak of the movie,
Oh, Lego always do. They did this for Spider-Man No Way Home.
bro.
There's
No,
so much Lego and
bro, somebody else just
Hot
ruined.
Toys.
It was
Not Hot
another toy
Toys.
company. I think it was Matinee or something. Somebody ruined it because they had a Spider-Man guitar featuring punk rock Spider-Man from the animated Spider-Man movie
Yeah,
that's
for the
coming
new
out.
one. Yeah,
So I
that
was
toy company.
like,
That's the toy company that they're notorious for. Like, and also Amazon too. Amazon have slipped up with their merch stuff.
bro,
Have
it's
slipped
it's
up.
just like with a lot of games. A lot of games get leaked out because of Amazon. Like people overseas will find leaks for games that getting released and stuff like that. I forgot what was like the last major one, but it was like, bro, come on now, like
The leaker community, man.
the leak community, people really be like on it, bro.
Bro, so this rant here, I've been so like have to get out because it made me so. I was hyped. At the same time, I was so pissed because it was like y'all didn't give us anything we didn't already know at D23. I don't know if you got a chance to like.
Bro, I didn't
Um,
really go over it. I wanted to see Deadpool news, and that was it. And I didn't see nothing about Deadpool.
All right, so check this out. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm gonna just off the gate just start with this. D23 was a letdown, bro. And the reason why this D23 was a letdown was the fact that, bro, we already knew almost all of this stuff that was coming. All of it. I'm talking
it literally
about
got announced at the it was
these
stuff revealed
investor
at
days,
Gamescom.
2020.
It was leaked
Yeah.
it was stuff that was revealed like at other Marvel events and stuff before D23. So D23 they did have some amazing things come out as far as like movies for Disney, but people really is excited about D23 because of Marvel and Star Wars. And y'all really didn't
And
reveal
bro,
nothing.
think about this. Last year, honestly, this year, Star Wars at least had a little bit better. Still wasn't that great for Lucasfilm, but at least was better than Marvel's. Because of the fact that, bro, last year D23, y'all announced all this stuff that y'all just announced today. The only thing y'all just did this year was just showed us a trailer for Secret Invasion, which was fire.
It was fire.
Okay.
We got to see Samuel
Then
L.
they
Jackson reprise his role as Nick Fury, so I'm excited
Yeah,
about that.
exactly. And then the Werewolf by Night, which that was something that was bro, that Werewolf by Night, that was something that was a rumor for a while. I mean, I was making so many
Isn't
videos
that
covering
based
it, and
off
it
the
was
werewolf character, right?
which is Werewolf by Night. All right, check this out, which is wild. I'll pull it right now. Werewolf by Night, right? He has ties into Moon Knight. Moon
Yeah,
Knight's actual first
yeah.
appearance was in the Werewolf by Night comic. So it is dope that they finally they got this confirmation, and it'll be pretty cool if we get to see like Moon Knight make a cameo as a post credit scene, in Werewolf by Night. Like it'd be so live if they stick to the comic way. Right now, before Moon Knight ended, I had a theory that okay, yeah, we if they want to like give us this Werewolf by Night, because like I said, bro, normally with these Disney Plus shows or anything, they always do these, in advance, right? For
Oh yeah.
some odd reason, with this one in particular, this was something they didn't even they didn't, bro. Marvel didn't address it at all. Normally, whenever it's casting details and stuff, people know, bro. This was something that was like all the other trades were reporting it, but it was never something that Marvel officially
And
announced,
it's
bro.
supposed to be a musical.
No, it's not a musical. It's an actual show. It's
Okay,
it's giving you that old school 1980s,
like horror feel.
yeah, horror films, bro. And it's so dope how this is going to be in the gray and white, the black and white. Like I think that's another thing that's pretty dope about it. And it's like this is exploring more side of the what we were just talking about with the game with Midnight Suns, with characters like the supernatural side of the MCU. Like we've never like Moon Knight, we finally got to see that, and Blade, we're gonna get to dive more into that. Black Knight's character from the Eternals, he's somebody that ties into the mystical side and supernatural side of the MCU. Doctor Strange as well,
Oh yeah, it's
you
just gonna
know,
be dope to see the dark side and the magical
the
side
MCU.
of
Yeah,
like the supernatural side of Marvel.
bro, I'm talking about this show here, what they do, and then Man Thing, bro. Man Thing made an appearance in this too. So I'll show you quick. And this one quick shot. Just like, how the heck did y'all just really just tease Man Thing out of the blue, out of the freaking blue? So Man Thing has a scene here where he like pretty much in the comics he guards this like portal, which if that we don't know if they're gonna do that in this show, but they hypothetically could do this thing with Man Thing. They he guards this portal, right? And right here in this one quick shot, let me go back really quick. See him and this guy facing off, right? And with the guy's pretty much like burning because if you like you get a if
Oh
he
yeah, I
senses your
see.
fear, you end up burning. You end up burning alive. So that's happened in the comics. So it seems like they're gonna adapt that in this Werewolf by Night. You see right there, like he
Oh
gets
my
up close
god,
to Man Thing.
yeah,
It's like,
that's
oh
him for sure,
wow,
bro. Oh my god,
oh,
it's going up, it's going crazy.
bro, it's
It
like
is going crazy.
what?
It's amazing how they still find ways to like bring in new characters up, but like I think everybody's just so settled on
Introduce.
certain characters, and so it's good that they still pushing to introduce new characters because they still have a long journey to go with as far as like bringing comic book characters to the MCU. But I'm still
Oh
disappointed that
yeah,
there
bro,
was no
it's
Deadpool news, bro. Like we've been anticipating
bro,
this
no
Deadpool
Deadpool
movie,
news.
and there was nothing new because he's supposed to be coming to the MCU. So it's like, where is this shit at? Where is the trailer? Where is some type of teaser? Where is the Merc with the mouth talking shit during the trailer?
Made me mad is that like y'all could have introduced so many like at least gave us a concept art of which I've been working on Deadpool 3 at D23. Y'all could have did that. Like I said, y'all could at least gave us the title or at least a working title. Deadpool 3. Not even that. Y'all could at least shows that they did announce. Like, bro, I was honestly expecting some type of Blade news. Y'all could have at
Oh,
least
they could have
gave
gave
us a
out some
Blade
more
update.
shit. They could have gave us some
Bro,
because I think
what?
Blade just started production like what this year, right?
Yeah, so they could at least, bro. Y'all at least know y'all been working on concept art. Y'all at least might have a suit. Y'all could at least give us a first look, something, bro,
Teaser something.
something, something, bro. And it was pretty. The only thing that I think was pretty interesting that they did announce was I want to say, I think it was Daredevil, Born Again. They
Oh
gave
yeah,
us that, and it
they
was like,
gave us that logo and everything, and
which is
Charlie
pretty
Cox
cool.
discussed that it's not season 4 from the Netflix series. This is straight up Daredevil Born Again, new title, new season 1. We starting fresh from scratch. It's not gonna take away from what you already done in the Netflix series, you and Kingpin, but it's still gonna have like a fresh, slight reboot. It's gonna damn near feel like it was never on Netflix. Is basically what it seems like the goal is.
I don't know. A lot of people are gonna be kind of like mixed on that, just because it's like they could still address that show as being like a variant universe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
they
But
said that didn't they say it was canon to the 616 storyline? So
that's the thing; they still haven't addressed that yet, and
because
that's kind of
plenty of
been
times they
the-
said it was continuity to the MCU, so it was like, because and
it's kind
also
of weird though, because yeah, that's the weird part. Which I hope Marvel will address that, because right now it's been a great era, because there's been signs like if you've seen the Hawkeye show, bro, before when they showed Kingpin in that same like hotel that Kingpin was at, or that was in the Netflix show. That's
mhm,
pretty cool. I was like, oh wow. So it's been like y'all have connections here, but it's been like y'all haven't fully addressed like
dressed it,
if this is
yeah.
canon or if this is just a variant, you know.
And it's crazy because it's like shit. We had the Spider-Man movie, which most of these DC comics and stuff be taking place in New York. So it's like, is this the
Yeah, bro.
because Kingpin is also an enemy of Spider-Man. We seen
I
that
mean,
happen.
I'm glad you brought that up. Speaking of the Echo show, they could have gave us the first look of the Echo show that we've been knowing. I don't know if you know that, but there's an Echo show in
Yeah,
development.
Echo Show. Yep.
And
Yeah,
bro, like I said,
I stopped having hopes for it because they don't show nothing.
bro, and like I said, another thing, Ironheart, bro. Y'all could have at least gave us the first look
Oh my
at
god.
Ironheart, and y'all did
I think
not.
they're trying to wait until Black Panther come out for us to get engaged into the character then.
Okay, all right, but boom. I could have the footage that they showed at D23. They really could have showed that to everybody online. Like for example, and here's another thing: why a lot of people are so upset and kind of, why it made no sense how there was no new footage was the fact that, bro, how did y'all decide to like give us all these brand new news on of all these shows, right? That we already knew was coming.
We've
That we
been
already
knowing
knew was
because
coming.
what was that event that they had where they basically revealed all this Marvel
Comic
stuff?
Con, bro. This year,
Yeah,
today, like earlier,
exactly.
they
Comic Con.
all this stuff that they revealed at D23. They just gave us the release dates at Comic Con, which was dope. San Diego Comic Con was dope, and a lot
It
of people
was
were like, "All
dope.
right, cool.
But
They're
this
probably
time
gonna drop
around,
all this news."
people was probably more excited for D23 because they was like,
Yeah, because that's
oh,
how they
they're
normally
gonna drop some details. They're gonna be more descriptive. They're gonna go more in depth into it
more depth
then
to,
because
to know what's going on
it's
with
a
the face.
Disney thing. It's Disney 23. So it's like we're going to this expo to get more information, get more news, learn more things about the characters and the movies that are to come, the sympathies and everything about these movies. So like the main ideas, story, plots, and all that good jazz. So it's like, yeah, it was kind of disappointing, honestly. Like it's just
That was a
we went there
leg.
just to get shown basically the same stuff. Or it's like they showed us the Ironheart logo and everything again, right? Give us more details about this character. Give us more about her story. You ain't gotta tell
Yeah,
us who
exactly.
don't tell us who her enemy and shit is like that. Like they know what they doing.
And
So
that's crazy. They brought the enemy out on stage, Red Hood. They announced and confirmed that. It's like, all right, cool. Played by Anthony Ramos. But there was already a set leaked photos of that character. So a lot of people weren't really surprised by that. We were like, okay, we knew this already. And then like I said, there was so many things like at Comic Con. The footage that's out that they showed people exclusively at Comic Con earlier this year in the summer, y'all could have showed that today. Well, not a couple of days ago at the D23. Like exclusive footage for the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Bro, y'all could have at least showed that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. Y'all could have dropped that as well. There was so much they could have just been like boom, boom, boom. It was just like nothing, bro. It was like, oh, like I said, it was pretty cool for the Secret Invasion trailer and Werewolf by Night, right? Love
right.
those. And then the Thunderbolts team announcement. That's cool, but we still knew that the Thunderbolts project was coming. You know what I mean? Like, it was just
We knew
wild,
that,
bro.
but that was kind of good to see that certain characters
Whole
are
team.
enough. So
Yeah, bro.
Red
I thought that
Guardian,
was pretty dope. That was definitely pretty dope, for sure.
we got Red Guardian, Black Widow. I call it Black Widow because I feel like she's Black Widow.
She's
I
definitely
mean,
gonna be the next Black Widow for
she's
sure.
definitely
Lena,
Black
for
next.
sure.
So you got Black Widow, Red Guardian. I enjoy seeing Taskmaster there.
Bucky. I think it's dope that they had Bucky.
Oh yeah, it's dope they
Sure.
have Bucky, but John Walker, huh?
Yeah.
Shouldn't him and Bucky be squaring up? I think they're gonna square up in the movie.
Hey,
I
I
think
like
I
that.
think I think they I
They
think they
should
go
put
I
them
think they
split
gonna
up.
square up in the movie at the beginning, like before they like decide to work together. I think they're gonna square up, and John gonna be like, "Look here, I am on
Think
the
about it. They
team."
already had they square off though. They high key already did.
They did, but I just feel like still some of the animosity there. Like
He said,
I feel like it's
"Animosity
still some
still there."
animosity there. So I feel like Johnny Boy gonna go probably have to take a swing
I
at Bucky
cannot wait
Boy.
to see U.S. Agent, bro. Like I loved his take in Falcon Winter Soldier, bro.
Oh
It
nah,
was amazing,
he
bro.
kind of gave me that prequel vibes of Homelander.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the best way to
He gave me
describe
like
it.
more of a kiddie version of it, but I felt like he
It's
was
way more, you know
going.
what I'm saying, tuned down.
It was
Yeah.
more toned down than what Homelander is, but I definitely could feel that.
Oh man.
So I was like, I can't wait to see. Then Red Guardian, I'm honestly happy that they're showing Russians Captain America version.
Yeah,
So
bro, he has a new his suit's updated too. It's
and
brand
his
new.
suit is updated. Yep. So I'm glad to see I forgot the name of the family, but Black Widow family. I'm just glad to see that they actually getting a lot of shine now in this. So I actually like how they just tying and releasing a lot of tie-ins and everything based off the
And
comics and
stuff,
everything like
yeah.
that. It's good.
Like
It's
like I
just
said, they did announce that Secret Invasion leads into the show Armor Wars, which they didn't give us none about Armor Wars. We knew that was already coming.
I know
Oh,
Armor because Armor Wars is based off the Iron Man suits and shit, right?
at least for right now, that's kind of like the theory that we're thinking about. It's going to be involved with Don Cheadle dealing with most likely Tony Stark's tech getting in the wrong hands, which most
Basically.
likely will be the thing because of
Because
now that we know that
the
the
way how
scrolls and shit.
Nick Fury was talking to him in that trailer,
He's a scroll. I'm saying this right now. Don Cheadle probably a scroll, bro. He is probably a scroll. He's probably a scroll in disguise. Oh,
who?
is he
Oh,
scroll?
Scroll. Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, he could be. You
Like you see,
right.
like before bro, the way he was whenever the conversation that they were having, it was just you would think Don Cheadle's character would be more now, but he
It's
was kind of like I know that that there's been rumors of a scroll infiltration for 15 years. You've been knowing about this for 15 years, and you haven't told, as of what we know, you haven't told none of the other Avengers, none of them, only nobody. Yeah,
you
that's
didn't
the
even tell the
problem. That's the point.
government.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. He was just very casual and very
And then, bro,
nonchalant.
it's Nick Fury, the man who the world thought was dead, and you didn't
Yeah.
think to say or do anything to him. And I think it's already confirmed that he's a
It is,
crow.
bro. I'm glad you brought that up. He hasn't even reached out to Nick Fury. I didn't even think about that. He didn't contact none of this stuff this entire time. It's wild. So now you're making me even think more of a reason why freaking his character Don Cheadle just like, oh nah, you are sus, bro. Like,
Look how he looking, how he move, bro.
bro,
He's just
his
moving
whole
so
demeanor just don't
crazy.
look. It don't look like the Rhodey that we first seen in the MCU. That's I'm like something seems off with Rhodey in this trailer, bro. Like he just seemed way too like cocky, and Rhodey's never been like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he never have. He always been like that more uppity kind of paranoid character. So
Yeah.
he was like, Tony, we can't do this though. Tony, no, we can't enforce it. That's how he always been.
Oh,
So the
exactly.
fact that he was all, well, look here, man, we've been knowing about this for 15 years.
Think
It's
about
all
it, he was
good.
laid back, bro. He was so laid back, like his arms just chilling, talking to Nick Fury. Talking to Nick Fury, you had
And
your
look,
arms laid.
Nick, I feel like Nick Fury could tell because, bro, it's Nick Fury, bro. We talking about Nick.
Yeah, that is true. Nick might be like, nah, something might be off with this dude.
Oh nah, very something was way off, and he
Bro,
could
everything
tell.
about Don Cheadle and that, I was like, hey, yo.
And I wouldn't be surprised because it would
Bro.
make a interesting take on the show if he was a secret disguise. No,
But there's gonna be some, bro. It has to be somebody big to make all of us fans be like,
wow.
drop just because of
Especially
fact,
with
I gotta,
like just like the general public who watches the MCU. Cause like
yeah, bro.
we are deep. We are Marvel fanatic. We're comic fanatics. So it's like
I
when
have to
it
bring out one
comes,
of the issues right now. Had to,
oh boy, Hulk versus
had
Wolverine,
to.
boy. Hey, oh my
That
god.
Gray Hulk too.
Ooh,
It's that
shit.
it is that Gray Hulk versus Wolverine. This was, bro, which I hope the MCU might adapt eventually.
Mm, mm, mm. If we
Yeah,
see
we comic book
Wolverine,
fanatics, bro.
if we see Wolverine come up on that screen and they start squaring off, it's gonna be.
Oh man, bro.
Imagine Hugh
If Marvel
Jackman.
don't do that,
Imagine
that'd be
Hugh
the
Jackman
biggest
coming
miss,
back to do that.
bro. If he doesn't come back to do that, I would like to see like if they cast what's his name, Taron Egerton or Egerton,
Mm.
because I could see him. Or bro, I'm not gonna cap, bro. Daniel Radcliffe, bro. Give us Daniel Radcliffe as Hugh Jackman, bro. He's been in so much other stuff where
I
like
can
he's
see
played
it.
this dark gritty, and if you see him what he looks like right now, he looks like and he's short too. That's the best part about it. He has the height for it,
Hey,
which a
that's
lot of
true.
people
That's
want.
facts. That's facts. That's facts. Because a lot of people have been like fan casting Dan Radcliffe as Wolverine for quite some time now, especially because of his height and give him like a full on like old Logan style beard with a beat up
And he
wife
has a
beater and
beard.
stuff
Like I don't know if he cut it, but he had a beard that looks so like
like that.
Logan style.
Also, Venom actor, people been trying to like piece him as Wolverine, but I was just like, I don't see it. I didn't even
Oh,
see him.
Tom Hardy? Nah, I can't see
I
Tom
couldn't
as
even see him
Wolverine.
being Venom on the cool, so it was like I would just have to see it. Now, for when I found out he was gonna be
Bro,
Venom,
but his role in Bane? Oh yeah, that was
oh,
fire.
that was fire.
That
That
was
was fire.
stellar.
That was
was stellar.
amazing. But him as Venom, I was like, Then like,
Growing to the first one, I was like, all right. The second one, I was okay. I can get down with it. Bro, Venom 2 was I like that way better than the first Venom though. I'm not gonna lie.
I still haven't even watched it yet.
I need to write that down because I want to do a Venom.
That's the
Venom
one with
2
Carnage,
recap.
right?
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I think it's on one of these apps.
Okay, it's freaking Venom 2. It could have been way better. It still was a good movie, but it could have been so much better, bro. So they had so much room to just. I just want to make a video essay covering that because, bro, that was some stuff for sure.
We definitely got to cover that, bro. I'm gonna have to
D-
watch
bro,
it so that way we
D23.
can cover it.
Yeah, bro, because bro, Venom 2, I think you'd enjoy that movie. I think you'd feel the same way I feel about that. You'd be like, man, what? This was a fire movie, but you just felt like bald. That's the best way to describe it. Like that's the best. Exactly. You hate movies that are like, oh man, come on.
That,
Come on.
bro, that's sad.
Yeah, so much excitement and I couldn't finish, bro. Come on.
Oh,
Crazy.
shit. One thing I do remember about that Venom 1 is like seeing Woody Harris in the asylum locked up. I was like,
Oh, that tease.
yeah,
Yeah.
I said that next one gonna be crazy with Carnage. But
He was
I
the
feel like
perfect
they
character.
still, I feel like they still try to aim for that whole comedy relief action movie. And I'm like, man, make this shit rated or make this mud gritty, make this mud,
Bro, and that's the thing
fish.
what was crazy. Because like, bro, and you see that without even seeing the movie. It's because like in this one, you see way more of that with Venom and Eddie, and you're like, okay, bro, this isn't Venom. You know what I mean? This is like not what he's supposed to be. You know, he's supposed to be like, and you still see parts where he's Venom, but it's just like they try to like make it very PG wise and make him like this anti-hero instead of a villain. He has been like a villain and anti-hero at times. You know, he bounced back and forth. Crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. D23 though. Disappointing. They came out with some Star Wars news, I think, didn't they? No, all they did was showcase like characters and like the actors for the characters, actresses and shit. And I'm like, bro, we already know all this. Like the movie Andor is about to release. Like, isn't it already planned or something?
Bro, they dropped hecka trailers of the Andor.
But
I don't think nobody
Andor is
really
already
cared
out.
about Bad Batch. I think it might have dropped. I don't think it did yet.
Because it came out around the same time She-Hulk did. Unless they because I remember they changed something so that way that it could like not intervene with one another.
That's what it was. Because I think it drops at the end of this month.
Okay,
Check
there
it
it is. And that's why they keep showing a lot of trailers. But besides that, yeah, you're right. They spoke
Yeah.
on the Ahsoka series, which they said one of the characters from the Star Wars Rebel animated show is coming to the Ahsoka series. So it'd be nice to see. Like, I like that they're doing a lot of live adaptations of like the animated characters and everything. So I can't wait to see that because Star Wars Rebel, I didn't really watch it like that, but that Star Wars The Clone Wars, I watched the hell out of it. That was my favorite Star Wars show. I watched it with a passion. I love it to this day. It was so amazing. So being able to see that come to light and more animated characters come is dope as hell. The Bad Batch, I haven't even seen that much of season 1, but I do know it was kind of
Yeah, see, I'm about to say, bro, nobody give about that dang. Bro, I tried to get into it. It was cool.
It was
But,
cool,
bro,
but
nobody,
I was like, I didn't care.
nobody would have. Bro, and people already kind of knew that was probably going to get renewed. Bro, they could have did.
Bro,
They
they
could
could
have
have
gave.
did something else,
The
dog.
thing, they could have gave more. They could have gave movie updates because that's like been the issue right now with like the Star Wars fans is that they've been like in like so like left on the loose end of like what's going on. Like there were
So I
so
can
many
tell you right
movies.
now. So Thor
Kathleen
director,
Kennedy.
huh?
So don't get me started with Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh man. Now Thor, I know Thor's director Tada Haki or I don't know how to say his
Taika Waititi.
Taka. I just call him Taka, bro. I know he was supposed to be directing like the new sequel or whatever, but
Yeah, see a lot afterwards with Thor: Love and Thunder. People are like, no, I don't want to see him direct this at all. People are like, no.
bro, it's just, when you think about it, Thor kind of just been going, you know what I'm saying?
It did numbers because of the fact people was gonna see it, obviously, but it got some definitely mixed reviews for sure.
Oh, facts. And that I told people Love and Thunder it was gonna be a straight up comedy movie. It's gonna be like a little BS comedy movie instead of more of an action comic book movie because Thor is kind of like that comedic relief of the Avengers. So
Now, yeah,
having him in his own solo movie was like, all right, well, he didn't been through this, he been through that, and the trailer showed us what type of shit he was on. It was about him finding himself being the god of thunder, and it took
that's all. It's like hope that Love and Thunder wrapped up what we got. That little small comedic brief that they did because when Thor came in, he was OG. Obviously, he didn't know his way, but now I felt like maybe we can get to like okay, we will get to some
would have
OP.
been good after the whole Endgame because you remember my boy came back to the battlefield. I'm talking about that man popped up on that battlefield going crazy. Then it went from that.
Bro, he did, bro. I'm talking about he came in cleaning house.
I'm talking about he threw that axe and it was chopping all them boys up. Then he hit that ground, flew up in the air, came back down, and boom. I was like, yo, Thor is crazy.
Speaking of that, bro, like I was just seeing this the other day. Like I don't be watching Brie Larson's interviews and like that, but I guess that's maybe a reason. That's from what I'm seeing from somebody that I follow on Twitter. Because like, bro, I think we were talking about this a while ago because I was talking about like, bro, the Captain Marvel hate is just unnecessary, bro. Like,
bro,
it's unnecessary.
Before we talk about that, I was just gonna say about Star Wars. I don't think we get no movies no time soon because what Disney is doing, they trying to basically, it's like going beyond the books and basically creating a new world to explore for the Star Wars fans and new people because they trying to hit that same edge.
What you just said. I think they're trying to reach new people. Because think about me, I'm a new Star Wars fan, and I didn't get into like Star Wars until The Mandalorian.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing. They're trying to reach into those fans, but what they're also trying to do is they're trying to build a community behind a new Star Wars, like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, right? Like how Game of Thrones is a immersive world and is really deep driving into the character development, world development, the dragons, the myths, the walkers and stuff. So they basically trying to create this world with Star Wars now into this new age where people could stand behind it 10 toes and want to explore more of the Star Wars like mythology because Star Wars, if you think about it, the world in whole, it could be broadcast bigger than what it is and was. But with the main storyline being Order 66, killing off all the Jedis and everything like that, we have to explore all these other things, which is less intriguing than what they were back then. Because back then, big ass sword that's made of light energy cutting through people was just the shit. And now we just get people talking and shooting guns and all that stuff. It's like, bro, bring out the Force, bring out the Jedi. That's why now there supposed to be leaks and reveals that the game character Kyle was his name with the orange hair, the character from Star Wars, the Jedi Fallen. He's supposed to be getting a new show. But they also come out with a new game for it called the Jedi.
They were supposed to. I think his name was Cameron, the guy that voiced him. They were trying to actually get him to do the live action.
Yeah, they were trying to bring him onto the Obi-Wan show supposedly.
Yeah, there was talks.
So there's talks that he's supposed to get a show, and so what they're trying to do is with Ahsoka and everything like that, they're trying to get back to the last surviving Jedis and bring them all back together for whatever expansion of the story that they're trying to come out with and stuff like that. But back to Brie Larson, I ain't gonna lie, that's my baby. I love her. She fine as hell. She cute as hell. Don't care what nobody say. The Captain Marvel hate is too damn real. Why is the Captain Marvel hate so real though? I never really understand because people don't really give me a deep description of why they hate the Captain Marvel.
Bro,
they just hate it. It's like, oh, her character is too aggressive. Everybody loved Captain Marvel in the fucking Doctor Strange movie, the alternate universe one. And I said, but y'all think she is too much? I said, bro, that's just how any Captain Marvel in the comics act just like that. They're
Crazy.
assertive. They're
I'm
aggressive.
glad, bro. You
And they
brought that.
so
That was the best comparison because it was like, bro, everybody was like, "Oh, she's so dope." I'm like, she the same thing that Brie Larson did. She just was the other character that was black.
yeah, she was black.
Photon. She was the
So I
other
was
one in
like,
the comics.
it's like, bro, read the comics, bro. Any Captain Marvel in any reality all act the same. Why? They're basically they like considered the most OP character in the Marvel world, right? That character could 1v Thanos by herself.
And bro,
So
the fact that you said that was another reason why so many people were mad, which I still didn't understand because I'm like, this showed which people were true Marvel comic fans and people were just bandwagon from the end because of Iron Man 2008 or whatever year that Iron Man came out, 09 or whatever. Bro, the fact that when it was around Endgame when she came in, people were like, bro, she had 2 scenes in the movie. She was off world at the very beginning, and then she came back and just tank Thanos. And people were so mad. It's like, well, she's strong. What do y'all expect her to
bro,
be
she is
weakened?
literally she is like if she's a part of the Avengers, she is the strongest Avenger.
Exactly. If we're being honest, they even really nerfed her power to make it even seem like she was struggling against Thanos, which she could have just.
She could have literally just boom.
Yeah, bro,
Dead.
she could have.
She could have killed him. She could have literally came, crashed down his ship, walked up to him, went right through him, and went on about her business. And they all would have been looking at her like, and see when Doctor Strange sitting there doing the whole, and he was like, "There's no possibilities." That's a lie. Let's be real. If this was really following that comic, bro, it'd be like, bro, it's the reason why Nick Fury was like, we can't call her because she's off world handling something else. It's a reason she's like, it's like the Green Lantern's Corps. She literally protects every single district far off in space and everything because in Marvel Cinematic Universe, we know because of Guardians of the Galaxy and everything, there are plenty of other species, other planets, other galaxies to explore. And galaxies are so huge that they're filled with billions of different life forms, right? So imagine having to go to other galaxies. She is far
just
away.
Checking up.
She can't teleport. She can only fly. She can't teleport. So it's like, bro,
so wild,
she's
bro.
part of a universal course, the Nova Corps. So it's like, and she barely even worked with them. It's like it's just her type shit. So she literally is like one of the most OP characters. And
she really was just like she was on some partnership with them. And speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up. Is because there's another thing that they could have officially announced, the Nova show. Because like I'm sure right now there was reports. Bro. There was reports. I want to say even recently, not even a month, maybe a month and a half ago, there was a Nova show that was finally in that had got announced, right?
Yeah, I remember seeing the logo trailer for it.
It's like, bro, like they haven't gave us nothing because Marvel hasn't even officially announced it yet. Nothing. And it's like, bro, y'all could have gave us.
They didn't even put it on. They didn't even release it like on the timeline, did they?
Oh, nothing. They didn't give us nothing. They could have like at San Diego Comic-Con. They could have did that. They didn't.
And then we didn't even hear nothing more about the Marvels.
Nothing about the Marvels. But they actually showed a little bit of footage at San Diego Comic-Con. At I mean not San Diego Comic-Con, but D23.
D23, because I remember I seen a picture of all three of them on stage together.
This has just made me so upset because I'm saying, bro, Nova is a character that a lot of people have been waiting since the end of Volume 2. Whenever they talked about the Nova Corp like being destroyed, getting destroyed and shit, and we've seen the Nova logo. We know the Corp's out there.
We know they done. It's just a matter of when we're gonna see them.
At a time. But like I said, like I think that's another reason why people are gonna be like definitely on some bandwagon stuff when they see what Kevin Feige's doing because he let people know he still hasn't like gave us more like detail, but he did let us know that he's gonna be focusing practically on 3 things. He said 2, but now it's obviously 3. Like you got the cosmic side, which I can throw that third, which was gonna be like the supernatural. You can throw that in the cosmic, right? The demons and hell and all that stuff. So you got the cosmic side, and then you got the ground-based Earth heroes. So you got characters like Daredevil,
Spider-Man, which he actually spoke and said that they are sticking to that for sure.
And we could definitely tell that in like Hawkeye. We could tell that in Falcon Winter Soldier, y'all sticking to these ground-based Earth stuff. But like I said, I love how we like the Secret Invasion, bro. This definitely, I hope and I really do think this is about to be the true set off let us
Oh,
know.
bro.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Because
What's about
in
to go
that in
down.
that trailer, what we saw was more of a spy thriller action.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what that show's gonna be. A spy
Spy
thriller
thriller
action.
action, like
That's
trying to
exactly what it
uncover
is.
the truth and everything. Then you got the Marvels coming out. That's gonna be cosmic. Then we got Agatha from
The Agatha,
Agatha.
bro, I forgot, bro. Y'all could have gave us first concept look, or like I said, y'all could have gave us casting something over all these other shows because they said they announced this stuff. They announced a lot of stuff back at Disney's Investor Day back in 2020 of December, and then last year at D23 Expo.
And then Comic Cons and other events that they attended. So it's like with Agatha, I would like to see more of the House of Darkness because that's a supernatural show. The Marvels, that's cosmic beings.
I forgot they changed the name of it. It's not even House of Harkness anymore. It's look, yeah,
What?
it's Agatha Coven of Chaos. And what made
You
me mad,
right? They did change it to that.
yeah, and what made me mad is because like, bro, the House of Darkness was a straight up nod to House of M, and I think that's probably why they changed it. Just like, bro, the stuff that they could explore, we could get more with Wanda in this show. We can get more of like these dark beings like Mephisto making an
Yeah,
appearance.
bro. Yeah,
Uh,
it's like anything that has to do with the dark mythology of like the supernatural beings and everything like that. We would have
Ghost
been able to.
Rider.
We could have been seeing all this stuff coming to like the dark aspect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because we already got the cosmic side of it going. Like you got
Yeah.
the I Am Groot somewhat in the way it's supposed to be tied to
Guardians of
the
the Galaxy, Thor: Love and Thunders,
Guardian
Captain
of the Galaxy,
Marvel.
Captain Marvel, like all that is like the
They're setting up on that
That's
for
like the
sure.
super. I mean, that's like the cosmic, out of space, out of away from Earth, power, heroes, and everything like that, adventure and stuff. So it was dope to see that. But then, like, I don't know. It's like
Oh, bro, you haven't seen the recent episode of She-Hulk either.
I have not. I haven't even started watching it yet.
Bro, you have. I'm telling you.
I think the only thing I seen from She-Hulk was the Megan Thee Stallion and She-Hulk twerking scene.
Which, by the way, ain't nothing wrong with it. All right, I'm all here for it.
Nothing
I'm all
wrong
here.
with it. A lot of people were mad about it. Like, oh, this is how you know
Bro,
Kevin
what?
Feige
Are
and them.
y'all mad, bro?
Kevin
All
Feige and
things
them
you can be
fucked
mad
it
at.
up. Are they mad because two grown ass women was twerking on the TV show? They were mad about that. They feel like them twerking on a TV show is gonna fuck up the mentality of the kids and everything in the world. Like, bro, like there aren't other things going on social media that your kids are gonna see.
Exactly, and
Like,
even that, it's just the fact that there's people that are like, for sure, those dude that a lot of the dudes are mad about that. They were mad that there wasn't another man. It was just two women just enjoying themselves. I'm like, bro, y'all are trash.
but if it would have
Y'all
been
are
if
trash.
it would have been RuPaul in the wig and makeup twerking with them, oh, they would have had set it off in the world. They would have been Billy Porter, the gay actor from who plays Uncle Cliff
Oh yeah,
on P Valley.
yeah.
Him would have been on there twerking his ass, or Saucy Santana. This Saucy Santana would have been up on that motherfucker with Megan, with the actress. I keep forgetting her damn name.
People would have been like, "Oh, Marvel has gone completely woke."
Oh, bro, they would have dragged Marvel in the dirt. If Saucy Santana was on there, they would have dragged Marvel in the fucking dirt. So it's like, bro, shut the hell up, enjoy the show, and move on with life.
Yeah,
But they want to,
bro.
oh, but Megan Thee Stallion fucking up my kids. How is she fucking up your kid's life? How? What is she doing by shaking her ass that's fucking up your kid's life? How is it that the actress is fucking up your kid's life? How seeing that little clip of them having fun really fucking up your life?
And that's what I'm saying. The crazy part is that was a post-credit scene. Most people don't even stick to watch post-credit scene stuff. That's why another reason why they threw it in there, because they're just like most of the fans after this, they ain't boom, that's it. They ain't gonna be the only people that really know about post-credit scenes. If you're a dork and you really want to, like, you know what I'm saying, that's it. Most people, they once the episode's over, credits roll, all right, boom, shutting it off. Come on, I'm like, bro, y'all are. And me personally, I loved how they did, because they definitely would have tried to drag May even more if they would have made May's character an actual character from the comics or whatever. Which personally, that was my thing even before the
I thought
episode
she was
aired.
a B.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
thought it would have been cool. I thought it would have been cool,
It would've
but
been cool.
also I would say it's cool that she decided to be herself. But it definitely would have been cool for her to be like a comic book role.
And see,
It would have been pretty cool.
I like how the actress like made decide to do anything for. I'm like, damn, she really a fan. And it was good.
Yeah.
It was just nice to see they brought her on the show. The actress enjoyed it. Like she loved it. So it was like, hey, whatever. But to other people that was just really hating on that and really had something to say about it and being all judgmental and stuff like that, man, just shut the hell up. Because it's like no matter what people gonna do, somebody else gonna have something negative to say about it. So like I said, bro, if
Always.
that would have been like a dude on there twerking too, oh Marvel really would have done it. But you know, if Marvel would have had something else on it, oh yeah, I really overdid it because y'all promoting this to my kids. So they're like, bro, just shut the hell up. Like, why are you allowing your kid to watch the show with the type of rating that it is? Why are you allowing your kid to play games like Grand Theft Auto and all that other good jazz? Why are you even
Because I
allowing
think
your kid to have social media when your kid
isn't
isn't supposed to
let me
be
look
on
at the
social
rating.
media?
Look at the
Rating?
rating of She-Hulk. She-Hulk rating.
I don't even think it's like that bad.
I think it's a TV. It might be not TVMA. If not, it might be PG or something like that.
Mm,
Let me look right now. Rating age. All right, it is a yeah. So it has a MPAA rating of TV 14 for mature themes, violence, and language. That's why we get scenes of them. That's why I was like, bro, this is the first show that Marvel has put on Disney Plus that they're cursing. They've used the F word a lot. They
yeah,
flicked
see,
off.
they started to slowly gravitate towards that
Yes, and
that
that's what I'm
rating.
just like, bro.
They slowly
The
gravitate
time
to that
Marvel actually
rating.
doing stuff like this, people are so
But and
distracted by their own personal
they
opinion.
supposed to have gay Deadpool that R rating as well. So it's like
That's another thing. That's why I feel like this is more proof that people shouldn't be tripping. That Marvel, I think they're gonna crush it, and that's why we'll be able to get more properties.
because it's
Hopefully,
like
like
it's like I understand like the whole gimmick of comic books and superhero stuff supposed to be associated with kids and stuff. But let's be real. All this stuff is associated with all ages and all groups and stuff. If you allow your kids to watch it, read that type of stuff, if you allow your kids to read comic books, like me growing up reading comic book stuff, I saw the stuff in the comic books, the cursing, the sex scenes, all that stuff, right? But my people just thought it was all innocent shit in the comics because they never read comics. And I never just showed them because I just had that feeling like if I would have showed them She-Hulk busting down men on the show, I mean in the comics, they would have took my comics away and they would probably never let me. It's like reading mangas. And you let your kids read mangas and anime, guess what? A lot of manga and anime has some pedophile type shit in it. A lot of it has some damn I'm gonna fuck little kid shit in there or under like high school girl. Like it's a fascination. It'd be like grown man in the mangas and animes infatuated
bro,
with high
a
school
lot of
girls
people
and
start
shit.
to realize, bro, that stuff, not even just with manga, bro, but just in general with a lot of these like shows that dropped, whether it was on Disney, Nickelodeon. We could even I don't even want to go on the whole thing, but recently with the stuff with the Nickelodeon, that same
Rick and
she brought like that whole
Rip
thing,
and Stimpy, bro. Come on now.
bro. That whole thing was wild. The whole thing with Jeanette McCurdy kind of exposing
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon stuff with Dan Schneider. And that stuff's wild, bro. That
So
stuff's
it's
wild.
like, bro, it's just
But yeah, that more so that stuff. Yeah,
it's all about how you allow your kids to move and watch
yeah, but
stuff
that's
and read stuff.
exactly
So
because
it's
what you
like
just
when it
said.
comes like I put it like this, you will let your
Bro,
child
what you
freely
did, bro,
watch
what
Deadpool
you
3.
just said, bro. What you just said is exactly what it is, and that's what like I love when whenever I see those comments on videos when people try to say stuff like, "Bro, why are they showing this to the younger kids? This and that. This is brain." Which, to be honest, let me feed into that. Definitely, the government knows what they're doing, right? 100% true. But at the end of the day, if you have kids and you know what, like, if you're somebody that can control what they're watching, you can, you know what I'm saying? That's up to you, not up to the kid. Like, you can't be mad at these companies to be like, they give people warnings even before the episode starts.
And that's
They
how they
put these
protect themselves because they put fine print. It's called reading the fine fucking print or using common sense.
people don't read
They say
nowadays.
parental supervision is advised. It gives you that rating on the fucking shows for a reason. It's a reason why that rating is in the description of the show in every episode's description. It's the reason why it's all there. But I put it like this: let Deadpool release. I bet you people gonna let their kids go watch it. It's rated R.
People,
He's
people gonna
cursing.
watch it.
He's saying
People gonna watch it
inappropriate
100.
things. But you
Because
go
like
look at She-Hulk and they twerk, and it's the worst of the worst.
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. It makes no sense how like y'all really can't see Marvel has finally stepped into this like adult, because think about it,
Maturing.
they were because you can't really with She-Hulk's character in the comics. That's what she's
That's
always
what
been
she
about
was
of
about.
dressing, feminist, misogynistic, all these
Bro,
things.
it's like this with X-Men. I ain't mean to cut you up again, but like with X-Men, that was based off of minorities, right? So when you look at comic book characters and everything like that, they didn't make them those kitty ass Paw Patrol type of heroes.
Oh, yeah, it's
These
true.
are people with powers.
Young adults type shit.
It's like this. They're the boys, but without that much explicit content.
Yeah,
The boys, if you read and watch the boys, all that stuff in there, it's relatable. It's real life.
That stuff, bro. The boys stuff was in the comics. They had so much, like mostly all their issues were like, yeah, this is some rated R. Marvel, they had a lot of stuff too, but it was never like each panel you're seeing like, blood, somebody head knocked off, but you would have panels like that. That's why I think it was dope though, because Marvel did have times like where
where they got dark and stuff.
People all,
bro, like Wolverine was shredding boys.
Hey, not really. Hey,
he was shredding boys.
Yeah,
he was beheading dudes.
Punisher was another
he was sticking the knives through the brain and blood was. Bro, come on, Punisher. Oh my God, Punisher was brutally killing, bro. Before they made him this whole soft ass anti-hero and shit, like on a Netflix show and everything. He was literally a villain.
I'm not gonna cap. Even in the Netflix show, before they the back half of the season, before they turned him to the anti-hero, whatever they were trying to do,
he was killing people.
Hey, that boy was like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like people don't understand that boy Punisher. At one point, you would have thought that he was Marvel's villain, because when the hero pull up and be like, "Hey, you need to stop," that boy Punisher would take a look at them and start blasting. He didn't care. Daredevil and him, they get the fighting. It was no teamwork, bro. They was brutally going at it. Matter of fact, they had a Punisher game. Remember that?
Oh, I forgot about that Punisher game. It was like early 2000s or late 90s or something like that, right?
Yeah, early 2000s on the Xbox. Blood and guts and everything. You had shotguns, assault rifles, drugs. You used to use drugs, everything, bro. Like, so think about it. That was a Punisher game, a Marvel game. Bro, that game was rated bad. I was supposed to be playing that game. But my people, I ain't start doing drugs. I ain't start killing people.
That is true.
It's all about you and how you supervise your kids.
I think that's what is crazy, because like being into all that stuff, knowing about manga, all this stuff, that stuff made me be like, I'm gonna go out here and do all this crazy stuff. It was just like, yo, this is live. Like that's all it made me be like.
Feel it. It's like, hey, I'm around and stuff, and I like to see this stuff because that's more realistic than all that fake ass like Naruto. Even like Naruto, as annoying as he could have been with all the friendship and this and this. At the end of the day, we've seen a couple times when Naruto stepped out that element and showed us what's really good. Yeah. So it's like it's relatable. It's like it's not ever just too good to be true type shit. Know what I'm saying? And it's like what I was saying with the anime shit. Like, you ever seen Hunter x Hunter?
Oh my! You don't.
You know who I'm talking about? Like, Hosoke, the damn dude.
Is that the dude
with like the car? Yes.
That's all I know about.
When he was fighting, everybody keep wanting to say, "Oh well, he's just attracted to power. He loves the power. He's a powerless type character." Nigga, it sounded like he wanted to fuck that little boy in that fight scene they had when he started screaming at little nigga. And he's like,
bro, like me, like whenever I first watched the show, like I never liked this character because it was just so weird, bro. Bro,
he was hiding, watching this. He'd be sitting there like this.
So that's what he was hired. No, because I thought he was hired. So he was wait, because like answer this for me, like the dude. Because this is what he looks like. I gotta show y'all. Because what y'all seeing Hernus make these reactions. That's what the dude actually looks like. Like the dude is like very like weird, very weird. I'm gonna show you right now.
Hosoke was.
What's his name again?
Hosoke.
Hosoke?
Yeah, it's like Hius. It's like Hiyuske, I believe.
Type in Hunter.
But it was just weird because like watching the episode made me realize like, okay, he's attracted to power, right? Why he wasn't attracted to no grown man power? I mean, he wanted to fight the leader of his clan and all of his like group and everything. But the way how he was feeling over that little kid though was just kind of crazy to me.
And I guess, and I don't know, and I guess like I said, that's why I show like some shows be like
another show that's a perfect example. You ever seen the High School of the Dead?
No, I haven't.
Bro,
I haven't.
That show is about high schoolers. Oh, dude. It was a show about high schoolers trying to escape like the zombie apocalypse.
You got to think about it. A lot of these anime shows, a lot of the creators are so like you don't have to question that, bro. Y'all aren't just like I don't even want to go in depth because that shit's
bro.
so
I say
fucking
it like
weird,
this:
bro.
that culture
Just I
is
only like to
different.
talk
That
about shit that's
culture is
fucking
different.
weird.
That culture is
Yeah,
different,
bro.
bro. Other people be like,
Me
"Oh, well,
personally,
that's the culture." I was like, "That's the culture." I don't think I want to be a part of that culture. I don't think I would want to go over there because that's just not. And like that high school
yeah,
today,
bro.
like I
Like
was saying, bro, the high school today, bro. The show's about high schools escaping from the high school where zombies and shit are at, right? Dude, and a lot of the scenes, these high school girls underage, like 15, 16 and shit, titties out, ass showing with thongs and
I
stuff
said,
on the
bro,
show,
and that's
and
what I'm
then they
saying, bro.
make
Like a
it
lot of
seem
that
so
stuff.
sexy. The characters were even at one point like they was about to have a fucking orgy, like the girls and the grown ass woman. I'm like, bro,
But
y'all
that's what I'm
got
saying,
too
bro.
much
Like
shit.
when did that come out?
That came out like
More
I want to
recent,
say
right?
like mid
It had to be
2000.
after.
It was like mid
Yeah, see,
2005 ish or 8
bro.
ish or something like that.
I personally feel like back then, man, like I said, it still could be wrong because definitely even back in the early '90s, like when you look at shit at fucking Dragon Ball, we can go back to Dragon Ball shit with him, Chi Chi, and go like the shit
Bro.
that was shown, like bro, like I don't even get depth because that shit is wild, bro. Like it's wild when you sit back and think like, bro, these creators are freaking what the hell are y'all on? That shit's fucking weird. No, that dude though, like in particular though, because like I said, I never like you explaining this dude here, Hisoka, or like I said, I've never watched anything of the show. All I know is that on and then this dude here, are powerful. What's his dude name with the white hair? Like he has the same clan as
Oh,
Sasuke.
Killua.
I'll say, and like I said, maybe that could be the whole premise of why the dude was trying to get their power because of the fact that maybe they were the strongest one.
Well,
But I was like,
he likes
it's
fighting
weird.
tough
It's weird.
opponents supposedly, but I still just feel like, bro, that
Aw.
shit wasn't inappropriate, man. It wasn't
Like
inappropriate.
that,
But
yeah,
like
bro,
the whole
freaking.
thing is, stop knocking the whole She-Hulk and make sense twerking thing. I'm tired of seeing it. People still belittling it, condescending and
Yeah,
shit. Like,
more the
bro,
story. Yeah, because
there's
I'm
so
like,
much stuff
real
worse out here that your kids are watching than that.
because I like you said, because moral story going back, reeling this all back in. Like if y'all can allow a lot of this stuff that a lot of these, like I said, Hunter X, a lot of these animes and even other shows like that have showed a lot of crazy, like the new Teen Titans Go has some very wild, controversial scenes that I don't even want to get into because I'm just like, how's this on actual TV?
And it's
I'm just like,
crazy
if y'all
because
can allow a
Teen
lot of
Titans
stuff,
from back in the
cancel it
day
off. Yeah,
wasn't
you have to
even
cancel it off.
Teen Titans back in the
No,
day
you know
wasn't
what
even
it
on that
was?
type of shit.
Back in the day, they didn't even have. I forgot what it was because I was just watching some video on like what happened also because back then they had showed a lot way more of this stuff where it was like stuff that I felt like I don't know like it's gotten so weird like stuff that was normal like adults having sex that's a part of life like that's how babies are
Bro,
born and
sex
shit like
is
that.
literally a part of our society. Like we cannot have we cannot
That's why I got
reproduce
so
without sex.
triggered when people got mad at the Eternals quote unquote sex scene that wasn't even a sex scene. Like, are you kidding me?
I didn't even
Exactly.
know.
You kid
I didn't even know they
exactly
had.
because it wasn't even bro. It was the scene where Icarus was talking to Cersei. Which was Cersei was the chick that was I forgot her name, Gemma Chan, with the green, and she could
Okay,
control
yeah,
life.
yeah,
Icarus that was Superman, pretty much built dude, played
yeah.
by Richard Madden. And they were on some sunset, and then they were just kissing, and he had literally all he did was just he was just on top of her kissing, and he was doing the motion of missionary, but they obviously didn't show practically anything. They just showed 2 seconds and it panned off, and that had got that scene alone got it banned, and I don't know if it was India, it was somewhere it got it banned. Yeah, so it was wild, and the same with Doctor Strange that got banned in India, I believe, because of the kissing scene of or not kissing scene, the same marriage, same couple, America Chavez's
Oh, her
her mom,
parents.
yeah, both her moms.
Bro, really?
A lot of little stuff like that, and what's wild is the people that were here in America. You have people like us like that, bro. Y'all are tripping, and then you have the other half that were so like upset over small like little stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Because I'm just
nah. I
like, are
remember in
you
the movie
wild?
theater. I remember somebody shouted out like, "Man, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Bro, really?" I'm like, "Really, dog? Like, you really that surprised, my dude? Like, bro." There was even an animated show where that she was on with Squirrel Girl and shit, and she kept saying she was trying to get to her mom's.
Bro, Squirrel Girl. This is just a random fact. I'll be having these random facts sometimes. Bro, you know Squirrel Girl. There was by the AT&T chick. He was cast as Squirrel Girl, and I promise you, yes, I have these pictures. I want to make a
Flo?
whole video, bro. I think wasn't this chick right here? Wasn't this the chick from the AT&T commercial, right? It
The
was
who
from some
commercial?
commercial. Some commercial this chick was from. I gotta Google her name. There was set, and I want to make a whole video about this because this was exactly about a year ago. Exactly, look, September 10th of last year, bro. There was leaked set photos that made its way on Twitter. What was the chick's name, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Um,
A Squirrel Girl show gonna be like funny as hell.
you know what said Squirrel Girl is powerful though. That's the crazy
Yeah,
part
that's the
about it,
crazy
bro.
part, dog. She is a powerful fucking hero.
That's what it was. Squirrel Girl was originally set to appear in the new Warriors series to Freeform with showrunner Kevin Beagle writing the pilot episode, originally set for a 10-episode series. Freeform dropped New Warriors from their schedule, sending it out to their Disney-owned networks for consideration. However, the show failed to find a home, leaving the pilot episode and the series itself abandoned. Milena Vantrub, that was a check. Let me check and see if she was in the AT&T. But she said, let me see. She also did.
No, yes, that girl
Well,
is her. That is her.
was it her?
Yeah, the AT&T commercials. Yeah, go to it. If I'm not tripping, yeah, I think she is the one that's on the
Let me see.
AT&T commercials.
AT&T commercial.
Yeah,
That is her.
that is her. Yup. You so right. Was like, welcome to AT&T. Yo, that's her. Yeah.
Yep, that is her.
Miss Squirrel
The
Girl.
AT&T chick. It was gonna be Squirrel Girl, bro, and it's like wow, cause it's like, wait, you telling me? And I'm talking about the set photos that dropped, bro. It had like some nice comic book homages to Squirrel Girl, but it was just like, bro, this was gonna be like, it was gonna be like some top tier. Like they had the like danger zone squirrels around or some shit, and I don't know, like it
I ain't
looked
gonna lie,
pretty cool. Like
the outfit seemed like it was about to, yeah.
bro, I was just like, bro, this show it would have hit maybe in the future somehow like Marvel can pick it up, but bro, whenever these like set photos
I hope they do pick it up because I ain't gonna lie, the Squirrel Girl thing was just so. It's so crazy how like her
obscure,
power is like
random,
with squirrels, and this motherfucker is so strong.
yes, bro, I never understood that, but I was just like, it's
Like
so dope though.
she could probably 1v. I feel like she started off as like one of those comedy characters that just actually grew to be like a powerful being. Like it's like
I
it's like One Punch Man, like how he's just OP as hell.
I know they were making that season 3. They announced, or was it season 3 or season 4? Not season 3. Season 3. I'm tripping.
Of what?
Did an announcement of season 3 like about a month and a half ago. One Punch Man.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I've been reading the manga.
See, I'm up to date on that.
That My Hero Academia. I just started by reading the manga on that.
Oh, you don't
But
understand. I need to like catch up on my hero, bro. I'm
bro,
like I haven't
I
really. I want to say season 4 is probably the last thing I probably watched, and I
you
can't
gotta
even
go through that season
remember.
5, bro. You gotta go through that season 5 for sure. Because that season 6, the stuff that they teasing on season 6 is it's at the part of the manga where I'm at right now, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. But yeah, it's season 6 is gonna be that big one. Now, honestly, I feel like because season 6 ain't gonna cover the most recent chapters that just released, but season 7 definitely will, and I know it will. So it would definitely go like crazy when it does. So it's like, yeah, bro, I gotta catch up on that. And
Like
then
I don't
like,
even remember what happened in season 4 of my hero. It's been
okay,
this
so
has been
I
3
think I can refresh your memory. Season 4,
refresh me up, bro.
because season
I'm
5
over here looking
basically
at this trailer.
covered. What did season 5 cover? Season 5 covered Endeavor's basically like trying to fix with his family and stuff like that. Yeah, so season 4 is basically that guy that you just saw with the beak and stuff. He's part of like this mafia mob family of villains and stuff like that. So basically what happened was that they
The League of Villains, right, or something like
yeah,
that.
so it's basically like the start of the League of Villains. So what happened was in season 4 they met this girl named Aerie.
I remember.
And so, you know, she could like take away people's power, stuff like that, and they had this big ass fight. Deku basically went OP as fuck and whooped ass and shit like that. They took her
One the
back.
season that tied into the movie
Yeah,
after, right?
it ties into the
That's where I was at.
the two world heroes movie or whatever. But the movies really don't ever have nothing to do with the shows. It's like always two
Yeah.
separate things. And then
Did
season
low because that had an event too. I remember there was some event that happened.
well
Some like
Deku
tournament.
Deku actually went so OP in the movie. I'm talking about he went so OP that his eyes were all white. He was green as fuck. He was moving so fast,
Yeah, I do
bro.
remember that. He was on.
He
I remember that.
he moved so fast. He punch. Then you just see like a million fists come out of nowhere, and he just start going berserk on the dude. So the movie
Yeah,
was, bro.
man.
I got that movie was top fucking notch, bro. It was crazy.
Oh, look, bro. I remember watching it. That was a fun movie, bro. That was a
It
fun
was-
movie. I enjoyed that movie.
And then you have in season 4, I think season 4 is when Endeavor became the number one hero. He fought one of the he fought a Namu that was so intelligent that it could talk. It was talking shit to him. It was going crazy. And Endeavor pushed himself beyond his limits and actually like won and stuff. Him and Hawk. And that's when you find out that Hawk was a informant for the heroes while infiltrating the League of Supervillains and everything like that. So he had to gain their trust and all that good shit. Then boom, here comes season 5. We see in season 5 that he is still doing his shit. He's still getting information. We find out that Shimaraki and all them are just basically trying to find their way. So you basically get so season 5 was more of the my villain academy, whatever they titled it. So you basically learned about the background of every single main villain. And then it shows like flashbacks and a lot, and they had like a situation where they was
I might be
fighting with other
season 5.
villains.
I'm probably season 5 then, huh?
You might be, because season 5 is like where they was all basically every single villain went past their limits and they unlocked new abilities. So like
See, that's what you told me. You told me, oh, dude, that was
that
able to
manipulate his
decay.
powers and stuff.
Yeah, you said he because that dude.
Oh
there
no,
was
when
creepy.
when
was
he
always-
broke his because he was like he was like schizophrenic, like multi personality, and so like when he
Yeah.
broke through that trauma, oh, he unleashed it, bro. He unleashed like thousands of himself. And it was because old girl Tomaraka, something like that, the one who could steal your blood and transform it to you and stuff. When she got hurt
damn.
bad, she was like almost on the brink of death. That boy.
So what was she able to do when she was maxed out? Because her power was pretty crazy, being able to like,
she could like turn into other people and shit like that. So like I think she could turn into other
without
people.
having to take their blood.
Nah. She still take your blood, but like she becomes even
She
more
did
blood.
not.
Like I think she gets even more bloodlust. Like she gets even more crazy because she's already skilled with that shit. So like I remember she even pretended to be like Ugraki or whatever that girl name is, the one that
I
like
remember when she pretended to be Deku, that episode, and that shit threw me off.
and she
bro.
could damn
It
near
threw me-
use people powers too when she pretend to be like them and shit. So she low key like a
That's
rogue.
OP. That's OP.
She low
That's
key like
OP.
Rogue from X-Men. And
Rogue is fired though. Rogue is. Sheesh.
as they was fighting the other villains and stuff, they in this town fighting and they all fighting for their life, like on the brink of shit. They just leveling up their powers, and then Shimaraki, he like the hands
The hell-
got
what is this?
the hands got
Yes.
released.
It's on his face.
Who
That's
the
the
hell
other
is that?
dude. It's Deku.
Boy, hell nah. That shit there, no. Hell
He
nah.
said, "Boy,
Nah, bro. That was some bullshit. That right there, that tournament shit that he's showing, that was just like some class shit. That's when Deku basically learned a new power. So from one of the previous users of One for All, his previous users, and unlike All Might, he's actually able to tap in and actually talk to these people. So one guy, his quirk was Black Whip, which is like this energetic cosmetic Black Whip type of power that he was able to use to get around and all that type of shit, on top of having the One for All power. So the dude was teaching it to him, and in the middle of the fight during the class thing, it unleashed and he lost control of it and all this stuff. But then he basically learned how to control it. Then he realized that when he's in control of it, he's only able to produce like this much of a whip from his finger, versus the dude could use like crazy amounts of it and stuff. So he's learning how to control with that now. And yeah, so back to the villains, Shimaraki actually had exceeded his limit. He went over his trauma because basically it showed how he killed his family, and he didn't even try to kill nobody. So his family hated him. They shunned him, and like this dude was in his backyard. I remember the background like had like an earthquake type of thing happening. He killed his dad. He killed the dog. He just was killing motherfuckers on accident. He wasn't trying to kill him though, because remember, he touch you, you decay, you turn to dust and all that stuff. So his people was just dying, and he's just back there scratching and laughing and shit, crying and stuff. So it was like that shit was deep.
Tweaking.
So the dude that he was fighting, this main villain dude that he was fighting, the dude looked like Dr. Doomsday from fucking Phineas and Ferb, and he went to max power on Shimaraki, and Shimaraki,
Smirk.
bro. Look at bro. I will show you, bro. He was like,
I can't, cause I'm gonna get. I can't tease myself like that. I gotta see that, bro, cause I'm so like behind on
Bro,
my hero, dude.
you
I'm
gotta
so
see
behind.
that, because him and dude fighting, Shimaraki went so OP, and Shimaraki is like this
Look
to
this
him,
right here, right?
and dude,
Bro, this.
yes, Redestro, yeah, that one, bro. He was like this big compared to Shimaraki. When he unleashed his powers, he defeated dude. Dude had to end up getting put in the wheelchair, and basically dude turned over his empire of villains to Shimaraki, and now Shimaraki is the new leader of the League of Super Villains, basically. And they have like their own shit and everything like that, and they basically have people stationed in all parts of the country and everything like that to basically dominate and take over the world. And the heroes, of course, are was understaffed of heroes. So like this new season is about to basically
Because
show.
upcoming rise of the, because I remember it was all because that one dude that died that started the uprise. I do remember that. What's his name? Remember the dude that vigilante and that was kind of like coming up. He was trying to be some like some front like it re-sparked the whole League of Villains coming out of the shadows and stuff like that. It was some dude. Remember he had I wanted Eraserhead, but it was I always forget that dude's name.
Oh, you
bro.
talking
Like,
about
he was
Hawkeye?
it Hawkeye?
It's something night eye or something.
I think it is Night Eye or something like that because he had a pretty crazy ability.
Yeah, he was able to see into the future and shit.
Oh, not him. Oh, yeah, but it was around that era though. Foresight. That was his name.
Foresight,
With the
yeah.
glasses.
Nah, his name was Sir Night Eye. Yeah, there it is, Sir Night Eye.
The dude I'm talking about.
You said this is around. So who?
See, let me type.
Describe the
It might
person
be
you was
that-
talking
that
about
might be
again.
the guy.
Describe the person you was talking about again.
I don't even remember what he looked like, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just remember he had like this. He was skinny and he kind of had like this cape. No, it wasn't Sir Night Eye. It wasn't Sir
Skinny,
Night Eye.
he had a cape. Skinny, he had a cape. Skinny, he
Tripping.
had a
I'm
cape.
thinking Night Eye was his ability was Foresight.
Yeah, that was what's his face?
He had a cape, bro. He was a vigilante and he had like this like weird smile.
Oh,
or something
you
like that.
talking about is it Splitter or Splicer or something like that? It's been a minute. Shit, because the green lizard basically is taking his style and running with it.
Yeah, it was because remember he pretty much was like, well, since he died, we're just gonna continue what
Was
he
it
started.
Stein, something?
Started with the S. It was an S. I think it was Stain.
Stain, yeah, it was Stain,
That's what
yeah.
it was, Stain. Stain. It was Stain. That was the dude.
Yeah, that much.
His was on
He
some
was vicious.
bloodless.
He was vicious.
was
He was
cold.
he was just a hero killer, boy. He was straight up murdering. He was
Kind
murdering.
of remind me of.
Oh yeah,
He looked like Eraserhead to me a little bit. That's why I always got him confused with Eraserhead. Nah, Stain. What you was saying about Stain? That dude there was just on some bloodless, crazy crap, bro.
He was vicious, but yeah, man, this
How
new
did he
season.
die? I forgot.
Did he die?
He died because remember that's what started the whole movement.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was All Might that killed him.
Shit, hold on, because I literally forgot, bro.
I think it was, because remember it was Deku. I forgot what it was because remember that fight between him and Deku and Todoroki was fire.
Let me see.
So it was fire.
No, it says that Stain was still kept imprisoned in Tartarus, along with many other villains,
yeah,
and
that's
it appears
what
to
it
have
was.
fully. So it appears to have fully recovered from his injury. So yeah, because you remember in that very last fight, at that very last moment, right before like they arrested him, he let out like this evil ass aura that basically put fear into everybody, like even Endeavor and them. Like they always just like, what the hell?
I do remember that because Endeavor was stuck.
Yeah, everybody got stuck because he still like basically lashed out this evil aura, bro, and like they was like, oh my
I
god.
think, yeah, that's what started the uprising of all the crap. I guess was still going on now with the League of Villains and all that.
But him being what he was and how he moved and everything, he yeah, he influenced them. That's like that Green Lizard dude. He is so influenced by Stane's shit. He's basically like a stand of Stain.
Stain.
But I know season 6 is basically gonna cover where I'm at in the manga right now, which is basically Hawk infiltrated them boys so good to the point to where it's like now it's at that base to where the heroes are ready to move in on their main hideout, and they about to just go crazy on them. And like one of the guys who works directly under Shimaraki was just like, this doesn't make sense. Where's that Hawk? Because he's looking for Hawk. And he's calling him by his name. He's like, "Where's this guy? I knew we couldn't trust him. I knew we couldn't trust him. Where is he? Where is he?" And so he's running through the building, and all villains like, "What the fuck wrong with this dude?" Then he just start yelling, "The heroes are here!" And so all you know is boom. Fuck, what's her name? It's the rabbit chick, the chick with the rabbit powers. When they went on that trip, she busts in that mud and she starts going ape shit, bro. I'm talking about shitting about herself, going crazy. She ahead of everybody. They like, be careful. She find like these because they found out what to do. They found out who's making the Namus. They found out where they hiding at. And then when they find them, they're like, "Hey, why are these Namus so smart?" And the Namus are talking to them, right? And they like, "Hey, why are these niggas talking to us? Why are they so smart? How are they so this? How are they so that?" What come to find out was they was taking villains and transforming them. And so some of these Namus that they call star Namus or something like that, it's like the top of the top. Like these are like King Namus. It's at the top, right? These dudes fully transformed into these super being Namus, and now they got this OP ass strength on top of the quirks that they already had. So then they start going crazy on the heroes and stuff. So it turned to a big ass fight, and it's just got so interesting. And so when I saw in the trailer that they was bringing, when I saw that shit in the trailer, I got so hyped up because I already know how crazy that fight scene about to be with her, the doctor, and the Namus, and all the other heroes and everything like that. It gets crazy. And then, fun fact, another show that's coming out, Chainsaw Man, was actually teased. Was teased in My Hero Academia, bro.
That character?
That character, bro. And I'm about to show you right now. He was actually teased in it, dude. That was the crazy part. So let's see. Let me get this zoom in.
I'm like, no way. Wait, what?
Yeah, so
because I ain't gonna lie, his animation style looks like My Hero Academia style.
Oh yeah, that's the style that they try to aim for now because it's like culturally, like acceptable and shit, right? So if you look right here, bro, right there, that is him. Matter of fact, let me see if I can zoom in for you.
What the actual heck?
Because I was looking at it and I was like, hey, what the hell? Why is this doing this to me? Come on, stop playing with daddy. Show daddy what he want to see.
So that's him right there. What the heck?
So as you see right there, that's him right there, bro. He is good at, and look, he got his chainsaws out and everything. Like he is ready to go.
Oh, that's him. He has the same head and everything.
Yeah, bro. With the shirt and the tie. That's the crazy part. And see, this is when all the heroes basically grouped up outside, ready to like lead the attack on the League of Villains. Of course, like Deku and all of them, like the classes and all that stuff, they're behind in the towns helping evacuate and shit like that. But this is him here. So now I'm gonna show you. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
This just dropped, or
no,
like a couple weeks ago or something?
That chapter came out like. Whew, that chapter came out a while ago, bro. Season 6 trailer. Let me pull up this trailer real quick. So, because the trailer for this came out a month ago. So, it's getting crazy, bro.
You're watching the small screen.
Oh, and I don't know if you know. So, with Boombox motherfucker and Dr. Eraserhead, they're really in their feelings because the dude who basically shadows Shimaraki, the one who looks like a fucking purple ghost that teleports stuff, can't think of his name. They found out that he was created from their friend's corpse. So it was three of them.
snap.
It was three of them in high school together, and they had big plans. They was best friends. It was just them three. Well, one of their friends died during the mission, and come to find out, that purple dude that's with Shimaraki has the corpse of their best friend. So when they went to go interrogate the dude wakes up and he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Get me out of here. I only serve Lord Shimaraki and stuff like that. So as they keep talking about the memories and all that stuff, they see like through his flames, his gas or whatever start like expanding, and they see their friend face, and they're just like on some crying shit. So then they get like emotional and shit because they like he is in there. But look at this right here, bro. Like this is the crazy part. Like this is them moving in for the attack. This is them plotting. This is them hiding.
So this is the teaser for season 6.
Oh yeah. So this is where I'm at in the manga right now. Oh, and the other thing about this season that's about to be crazy is why this is all going on. Dabi, this is about
The dude with the blue.
this dude right here, his identity is finally about to be revealed in this season. And
Because
he-
there was a theory that he was Todoroki's brother or some shit, right? He said, "Hey, that's his brother, right? Cousin, half brother,
that's his full blood brother, bro.
full blood." Oh,
So he's actually
I was hearing something about that.
Dabi is actually the
Crazy.
oldest, bro. He is the oldest.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And he changed his name, and his hair ain't even supposed to be black. He dyed his hair black. His hair is white.
Oh,
He
snap.
dyed his hair. He faked his death, and he stayed dead this whole time, basically. So you see how he got blue flames? Out of all the Endeavor kids, he's the only one with blue flames. Of course, you know blue flames are more dangerous than red flames.
The red.
He
yeah.
was literally the product that Endeavor wanted, but of course, like
Wanted it.
Todoroki, he wanted to be like Todoroki, free, but Endeavor was all up on his ass. Endeavor was doing him wrong, and Endeavor kept creating these kids, you know, mixing powers together and shit, trying to get the most OP kid to take down the number one hero. So of course he wanted to do nothing but please Endeavor, and Endeavor treating him like shit and everything. And he revealed all this to the world. He tarnished Endeavor's name, bro. Like he is going in on Endeavor. Like he reveals everything in the video clip all throughout the world. He goes in on them. Endeavor's still trying to fight. He's like, you think you're gonna keep fighting and not feel this pain? So he's revealed his true identity to Endeavor and Todoroki. Him and Todoroki get into a big ass fight. And I'm talking about, and this their first fight out of another one that they're gonna have. So it was like, yeah, this dude right here crucial. And so the reason they thought he was dead was because since he got blue flames. Oh no, Dabi is, bro. This is like the most sinister plot twist shit I have seen in a while, right? And then like dude so it revealed that people they thought he was dead because of his powers. His powers were so strong. The blue flames were so hot. It was too hot for him. You see how his skin is like burnt up and shit. His
Yeah.
quirk was basically so powerful that it worked against him. And so that's the thing I like about My Hero Academia is that if you're not strong or like your quirk can't affect you. It's not like you could be OP with powers like Superman and shit. Like your powers can fucking hurt you. And his powers basically set him on fire to the point to where his family thought he was dead.
See, I think that's another reason why I've always liked My Hero, because like one of their powers are like it really gets into some unique powers. Also, yeah, this
Oh,
it's
see,
like a
right
price.
here?
Like
This is what
My
I'm talking
Hero.
about. This is what I was talking about right here, bro. This motherfucker right here, bunny shit. I'm trying to.
Oh damn!
You see right here where the thighs just get swole on. Hey, damn, this shit don't even look right now. I'm looking at it. Oh damn! I was just trying to show you something, bro. But she basically, this is like the part where she takes on the when she start going crazy. And so this is just all heroes going out, bro.
I forgot about that dude with the shadow. That's the fucking bro.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, of course they go Deku and all them. Bro, this stuff gets crazy. Ah man,
My Hero gonna be. Nah, I definitely need to catch up on that, bro.
I was trying to think of
Definitely
I
need to
know
catch
they
up on
had
that.
I know they had a clip where all the heroes actually stood together because I was looking at the trailer because I was like, they showed a clip where they all was standing there like in that picture, And I was like, I wonder if I see Chainsaw Man just in the fucking animation, because if so, that would be too damn dope.
No, that would be too live.
Because they ain't came out with plenty of trailers for it. So let me see. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Let me see. Ah, they changed it up. Damn, they didn't even put him. They put like some other bootleg.
That might be that might be revealed though. That could be a saved reveal because they probably took him out of editing in that
See,
shot.
look right here. This, you see this dude with this big ass blade on the head?
Oh wow!
They changed. They took because bro, you can't lie. In that manga version, that was him, bro. That was him in that manga, bro.
They definitely changed it up, bro.
That was him in that manga, bro. I don't give a what I say. That was him in that manga for sure. But they changed him to look like this dweeb right here. Oh no, bro. Oh no, bro. But yeah, this is the other trailer right here, though. It actually shows like more behind the ground and stuff. Hawk, I love Hawk as a
I
character.
forgot about that dude. What's up with that dude with the freaking lightning or electricity? What was his powers that he had?
You talking about
Remember
that one kid?
His brain fried after his
Oh,
powers.
bro, he got stronger. He got like
like he's not a controller now. His brain don't get fried, or he still get fried.
Like, he still get fried, but he actually could like do a lot more than what he was able to do at first.
That's crazy. Like, I love how like their perks like they have a limit.
They waiting on Shimaraki because he's in this. You see how he in this stuff? He's basically about to level up on like a whole god level type of power.
I bet that Bakugo probably dummy strong.
Oh man, Baku, bro! In the latest chapter that just came out, bro, that boy Baku is pushing his limits, boy. And see, that big dude, him and Gargantua, they about to have it out, boy. Here go that epic montage, boy. Woo! That boy Deku, Bakugo. Oh, look at her, bro. I tell you, bro, that fight scene right there is about to be crazy. And then that boy Hawk.
I've seen her character.
You say you never seen her character?
She don't look familiar. Maybe she might have been in the tournament.
Nah, when they went on that trip to the woods and they was like with all those people that look like cats and bunnies and shit.
Season 2?
Yeah. When they went on that, you remember when they went on the trip and Dabi and them first appeared and attacked them? And you remember that big, huge dude?
She was a part of their crew, right?
Yeah, she's a part of that crew. Yeah.
I do that. She was like a very obscure character at first.
Yeah, bro. And she is like crazy strong. But Hawk, bro, we gonna see more like crazy stuff with that boy Hawk. That boy Hawk really, that boy took his feathers and made a sword out of it and was like slicing through. Bro, he is
what?
Hawk, cause his power is like with his feathers, he could control stuff and like one feather could lift up a person and carry him. So it's like imagine a whole bunch of them just he be doing some crazy stuff, bro. Hawk is like mad crazy OP to a degree.
This was a fire episode, cuz. This was a fire episode. I ain't gonna even lie.
Hey, no cap, man. And hey, it's crazy because this went on for 2 hours.
A dot, bro.
Like 2 hours. Like Jesus, man. But it was, man. I enjoy talking about this stuff though, man. Like the whole anime, the Marvel, and of course Nintendo.
Exposing freaking the weird industry.
Hey, man, somebody had to be real about it, bro, because that shit, it's just crazy. Because like, let Family Guy be on that type of shit, bro. Like, watch how quick people will try to shut this shit down.
Family Guy have always been on that all types, everything, and that show has not been canceled, bro. Not been, because if any show needs to be canceled, it could be Family Guy, Futurama. Futurama has some very.
They have some.
These were adult, but that's the crazy part.
But
these
we know those are adult shows. Yeah.
That's the thing. They're supposed to be adult shows, and y'all showing this type of stuff.
Watch that stuff, man. I ain't gonna cap you, bro. I used to live my when my stepkids, like we all like when we all used to come together for family time to watch TV and stuff, we would sit there and watch Family Guy and shit. So it's like, bro, it's all about what you allow your kids to watch.
And I think honestly, like I said, in these day and ages, like whole thing of like even back then, people even never even made like there was like stupid jokes, but even people never made jokes like that in general. It was very edgy. Like I said, there was people that were just making quote unquote gay jokes, but that's nothing on that type of level.
Oh yeah.
And that's not even nothing like you know what I'm saying. Not even I said bringing up somebody like Bernie Mac. Like Bernie Mac in this day and age, people try to cancel him, but he wouldn't be given an
Oh,
F because
bro.
he'd be himself.
They'll be trying to get rid of that man. Like it ain't
Bro,
no
what?
tomorrow.
They try to be canceling Bernie, man. Long live Bernie, the goat. For sure. Definitely gonna have to like. We'll probably have to dive into some more anime because, bro, freaking.
Bro, anime, bro. I'm thinking. Okay, so quick rundown. That Classroom Assassination. I was hearing so much good things about it, like the anime and stuff, and I started watching it. Right. So it's only 2 seasons. Why is there only 2 seasons, bro? I need to go read the manga, and I need to see if there's like where it meets the anime at and everything like that, and see if they could go beyond it. Because, bro, so far watching the show, it's a mixture
Oh,
of
Classroom Assassination, right?
yes, that's the one with like
I
the
heard of
big
that.
yellow
That
looking
came out a couple
octopus.
years ago, right?
Yeah,
2015.
they even made a live action adaptation of it that released like in Japan.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, but though the show is actually pretty good. It's dope. I like it. It's funny. I love the main character, the sensei, the students. It's all about assassination. She's teaching them, and so basically the main sympathist is like he destroyed half the moon. He told him he's going to destroy the planet Earth if nobody could kill him by the time graduation come around. He wanted to be a teacher. So then they start showing back shots, like you know, flashbacks of him becoming what he is now because he was this very famous known assassin named the Reaper who any target he had he always killed, so they called him the Reaper. And so the Reaper disappeared, but they don't know that it's him, so he basically got transformed from the Reaper to this creature that could move at Mach 20 speed, super agility speed, and like all this other crazy shit. And so the kids basically are plotting to kill him because they go to the school, they're in classroom E, which is like the alternative class or whatever, and he basically turned them from nothing to something. And so that was his objective because he was basically a nothing and went to something as an assassin and shit like that. But it's a good show. I like it, and I feel like I want more. And they
Freaking
actually had games and everything for it, like on the Nintendo DS and stuff.
dang.
So I was like,
Freaking like one show that I know I was heavy on and I slacked off too. That I think I don't know. I mean, because I never like really bought to see if it was really that popping in the anime community. I know it was when it first dropped, but Seven Deadly Sins, that anime there, bro.
the anime,
I enjoyed that.
the first
you
2 seasons, good. I
were
didn't even
good,
finish.
right?
I didn't finish the last season. Like after like the main shit that happened in the last season, I stopped watching it.
Because I think it got for me. I think why I didn't get into. I think it was either season 3 or 4. One of them. It's because it kind of they repeated. They kind of went back and was getting more in depth of what happened during those times of like, for example, I love how they gave the reveal of Gopher that he was an actual person, shit like that. Like I was like,
oh yeah, that he
Gother,
was at
yeah,
Gother was actually like his creator,
person, yeah.
his creator,
Yeah.
a demon.
His ass is butt demon. He
Yeah.
was though. He was.
Yeah, he was
a
like an
demon.
actual being. They created him and gave him the
Right.
figure. I was like, because I was wondering, like, why this nigga has so many, like, what made him him? And it was because he
Yeah.
acted the way he acted and
He
everything
was a
because
human, but a dog.
he basically created him from his wife. Like he made Gother to look like his wife and all that shit and all that stuff. But Saturday Night Sins, man, I ain't gonna, it could have been great. It's just the anime. It's just like with Tokyo Ghouls, the anime made it shit. Like Tokyo Ghoul problem was they rushed the shit. They was pushing.
I feel like that could be something with Seven Deadly Sins. I never read the anime though, but it definitely was the first season. You could tell like they explained a lot so quick.
Bro, it was good. It was, bro. The first season was good. It's just that last season. You even look at the animation and be like, ugh. And then like a lot of stuff in there was kind of like the last 2 seasons was just like forced, rushed, and like now I think the last thing I seen of that season was like right after like you find out like one of the Meliodas' brother, right? The older one,
the
the
demon.
one who basically wasn't like powerful enough and shit, the tallest one, wasn't even Meliodas' real brother. That's not even his brother. So you know, Emily, the woman that he was in love with, is an angel.
Yeah,
She's
and
an
she
angel.
reincarnated.
She gets reincarnated all the time. So his brother is actually an angel as well. Yeah,
What?
Meliodas'
He's a
brother,
demon.
he's an angel. So what happened was, shit, what happened? Something happened with him and the demon stuff, and
That
basically
show was
the
on
dark
some like on
powers.
some
Oh, bro,
biblical stuff.
it's crazy because
What?
like he got taken over by the darkness, stuff like that. And so when that happened, they basically made it to where everybody thought that he was really their brother and that he was the demon kid, king's son and stuff like that, and he was just weak and all that shit. Then like he was having problems with his dark magical powers because he basically was trying to take in the demon king's power and stuff like that, but it was like his body was rejecting it and he was just lashing out, going crazy, insane. Then like after they defeated him and all this other shit, it came out, boom, revealed he is actually the fucking angel who what's that boy name? The real buff dude who gets strong with the sun and stuff.
Oh, Meliodas. No,
not
I'm
Meliodas.
Meliodas. I'm always tripping. Cause that's my boy. That's my favorite dude. Fucking
I haven't seen this stuff in so long. I forget his
dude.
name.
I don't know what you're talking about. Freaking cause he has the glasses. He's in love with the girl name that starts with the M.
With Mermaid.
Don't tell me. Give me the first letter. I'm gonna get it on point.
I'm trying to think because
Leo, right?
Is it Leonidas?
Oh, Leo. No, Leo. Dang, it was Leo. It was what was his name, bro? It was I think it started with the L.
I'm about to see, bro, because
Escanor.
Escanor. Then I was off.
Oh my God, it was Escanor.
Okay, yeah.
Escanor.
So Escanor.
Hey,
So you know
how
Escanor
crazy
power,
that dude
right?
is?
Oh yeah. So you know his
Dude.
powers.
Yeah, off that
So
sun.
the Meliodas brother, the one who's actually an angel, the tall one with the white hair, he's an angel. That's where Escanor powers come from. That's his power.
Wait. Say that again.
So I'm gonna show you. So where's boy at? Let me see if I
So
can.
you're telling me that the dude that
Because you remember
was
when
not-
Escanor and them was fighting the reincarnated angels, and they was like, "Hey,
he
how
fought the
did?"
dude?
He was like, "Hey, how did you get that power?" And Escanor was like, "This is my power." You know, he all that pride shit, and he's like, "I'm born with this because I am I am the chosen one," shit like that, only enough to handle this power. It's like, no, how did you get that power? Because that was our friend who died power, and so come to find out, dude was never dead. It's just it was a curse or something that made it to where everybody forgot who he was or what
That
happened.
dude is Meliodas' was his brother, though, right?
He's not really his brother. He's really an angel, and it was basically set. So I forgot who.
Wait. You talking about the guy that we're talking about with the black hair, right?
No, I'm about to show you. That's his. No, the Nick
That's the one that we said that-
Zeldris is his brother. So
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't think he must be somebody I got introduced season I maybe didn't catch up on, like season 4, probably.
he was introduced. So let me see.
What's his name?
Hold on, I'm about to show you. So let me see.
Zeldris. Oh, I remember Zeldris. He was older. He was tall, and he had white hair.
Zeldris is the one with the black hair. Zeldris is the one that's small, like
This guy here, right? This dude, right?
no, that's not Zeldris.
dude.
Zeldris is the one in the red.
Oh, him?
Yeah, that's Zeldris.
Okay, that's the one that's not his real brother, though, right?
No, that's his real brother. The one with the white hair
yeah.
right there is not his real brother.
Okay, yeah, that's
He's
what
not
I
a-
okay. I
he's
do
not
remember
a,
that.
the one with the white hair is not a demon. The one with the white
Yeah,
hair
that's
is
what I remember.
actually
That's
an
what I remember.
angel.
That's what I remember. Because I wrote this. I do remember he was a full demon. I do remember he was a demon, like this dude here.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's what it was. I was about to say because you threw me off. I was about to say, wait, I thought at first I thought you were saying this dude here wasn't his brother. I was like, wait, what? I was like, they were just fine. I know they were just going. They was toe to toe, and Meliodas had came up to the Demon King and all that shit.
yeah, I'm about to show you right here. So like right here, you see where it said race goddess. So in anime, it gets revealed that he's a goddess.
Okay.
So he's from the goddess race.
It's starting to hit me. Why do I feel like I seen that scene with him talking with Elizabeth or some shit? Or maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, so like you see where it said Mala's son? That power of his is the one that Escanor have. That's why when he fought the other two angels that got reincarnated, they was like, "How the hell did you get that power?" It was because that's his power. Because they was like, he died, but it was a curse or something that had got put on everybody to where they thought that he was dead, but and all that shit. So it was, I forgot who set the curse or something. Somebody did something like that. But he's one of the four archangels, and I'm trying to see. I'm trying to find where it says it.
Talking
But,
about
okay,
completely
so
forgot about
it
that.
says after absorbing the commandment of purity, Mal undergoes a transformation. He appears to have 6 large wings on his back, 3 being white on the left, black on the right. He goes to wear a full-on body dress with pictures of sparks of lights in the background, black lines beginning in his sleeves. He also wears a helmet with horns on his head and everything like that, right? So let's see. Not young male transformation. So this is when he observed. This is in the anime when he observes like the commandment or whatever, and he started going ape shit. So you see right here, all this stuff was imprinted memories in everybody. This is in the anime when he went berserk. Like he observed
What
like
the heck?
he absorbed like so many of the confinements, so he started going berserk on the bro. And so you see this archangel right here. So this archangel fully came back, and the other one right here. So they always just looking like, oh my god, like this is him when he started
See,
fighting.
I think this is where I stopped because I think it's hit me because I think I remember him getting all tall and giant or something like that, and I think Meliodas had fought him.
Yeah, so Meliodas and them, they all had to fight him because they was like, okay, well, like what happened. So I'm trying to see who in the hell. It's on here somewhere, bro. It's somewhere on here. Mel. All right, so this video should explain it right here. A quick summary of it.
What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for Anime Uproar, and in this video we will be talking about the most eerie and mysterious. Estarossa is the younger brother of Deadly Sin's story has gone. If you are an anime-only person, and the rest of the demon clan, enormous demonic power is combined with the power. What exactly happened?
This is in the latest season.
That when Estarossa becomes confused and starts saying that he is Meliodas, he might actually become
okay, yeah, right here.
We know that Meliodas can split himself into
So
multiple parts using
Estarossa started saying that he was
and
Meliodas
we
and
also
shit,
know that
right?
parts
So
of
he was losing
Meliodas,
his mind in the
specifically
fight and
his
everything.
emotions, are taken from him every time he dies. Perhaps the reason why Estarossa did not.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen that. Definitely haven't seen that for sure. That's season. What season is that?
This is from the latest season that had came out. So what happened was that he started.
5 or 6. See what season they're on, bro.
Because they made, matter of fact, this is what they did. They printed the memory that made them believe this right here. You see how I say how is Mel Estarossa if he killed Mael? Well, they made it to where like in the memory of everybody that Estarossa was a real demon that killed Mael the angel, but it was like it said because so basically it's like this. Estarossa killed Mael thing was a huge hoax by Gother, the real one. That's what happened. Oh my god, it's coming back to me now. So Gother is the reason why everybody thought that shit, right? So the puppet Gother released the shit that made everybody think that. So Gother, he was Merlin's teacher, right? Merlin is the witch. So Gother wanted the Goddess clan to use the coffin of eternal darkness to seal away the demon clan, right? Then it said this would drain the Goddess clan and force them to leave the physical plane. But there was a huge problem with that. You see, Meliodas, after falling in love with Elizabeth, basically decided to ditch the demon clan. Now Meliodas was one of the most powerful demons and was only ever to show to be weaker than the demon king himself. Now Meliodas' desertion meant that the demon clan was at the huge disadvantage, so there was no way the Goddess clan could use the coffin of eternal darkness. The thing that basically a sacrifice placed in the right mind who would make them move or win a fight with her. So Gother decided to level up the playing fields a little bit. He used he used an extremely powerful spell to convince everybody that Mael was killed off by Estarossa, but in reality, Mel just became Estarossa. This caused the Goddess clan to panic since they lost their most powerful fighter. So they finally made a sacrifice place using the coffin of eternal darkness and thus ending the holy war. Because his whole idea was to end the holy war, right? But since Meliodas left them, it kind of put them all at a disadvantage and shit like that. And so he basically leveled the playing field by, with Demon Clan losing a powerful person, he made them lose a powerful person to level out with them and shit like that. So it was just, yeah, it was just all crazy, bro. But it was all because of Gother. Gother sat there and messed up the
Bro,
whole-
that's season. I was looking around at season 5, bro. Season 5. Oh, I haven't watched it. I think since 2019, I haven't watched
Damn.
Seven Deadly. It's been a while, bro.
I ain't gonna lie,
been a
you could definitely catch up on it. Like, if you was to watch it, like,
Yeah, I'm pretty close to what you just said. All this kind of current, all still current. So I'm not that far behind.
I would say, like, if you was to like hop on there right now and start watching it, you would catch up before the day is over with. That's just like shit. What was I watching? I was watching Classroom Assassination shit. I've been catching up on that. I want to start catching up on Boruto, but I don't know.
Same.
I ain't
Shit,
trying to.
bro,
I ain't trying to go through the whole time traveling and alien shit.
Yeah, bro. I can't nah. One movie I know for sure I need to watch is Dragon Ball Superhero, bro. I just been needing to go see that.
I watched.
shit,
I
bro.
watched half of it when it leaked in dub. So I mean sub. So
Bro, I've been trying to find a link right now. I gotta, bro. I'm talking about that. Like, I was looking for a link, and my brother has a site, but it wasn't working. So I was like, bro, I need to find that out because it's definitely on the it's on the internet, bro.
Oh yeah,
It's on there,
bro. It's definitely out there.
It's
But
out
man,
there.
I think it's about that time, man, to say our farewells to the beautiful people, man.
Hey, for sure. Hey, this was a dope, very big conversation, dog.
Oh, facts, bro.
Going all the 9 yards. This is definitely gonna be more content we're gonna be pushing out for sure.
Hey, on both ends, people need to follow and subscribe for sure.
Do not forget to do so. Everything will be linked in the descriptions. All right.